What's up with it? You tune in to another episode of Everything Boxing. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. There he go talking that boxing again. Yeah, what it is. When you already know what to do. When you come in the building, tap in that comment section. Let me know you in the building. Let me know where you coming from. All right, Money Brown, I'll send you a link. Shoot me your Money, shoot me your email again and DM me and shoot me your email address again. And like I said, like I always do, let me put out some notifications, let some folks know I'm in the building. Lights out, I appreciate you. Off in the building, D-Lo Boxing, off in the building. Yeah, we got a whole lot to cook on. I see y'all boys. I see a lot of y'all boys out there talking a lot of shit since yesterday. We got a lot to talk about. Jay Cooley off in the building. What it is? Big Fats. What's good with it? Oh, yeah, you don't want none of that push-up challenge. I'm going to hit y'all boys with 80 today just because, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit y'all with we doing the push-up challenge, so I'm going to hit everybody with 80 today. I've been a little under the weather. You know, I got to get mouth surgery. I got a bad tooth I need to get taken out. So that's why I ain't really been on here. But, yeah, I'm going to hit y'all boys with 80 today. Do a quick 80 piece, you know. Yeah, and don't forget to hit my like button. If you in the building, make sure you hit my like button because we going to really get it in today. And like I said, when you come in the building, let me know where you coming from so I can shout you out. Sal Hamilton off in the building. What's good with it? Christopher Jornet said just 80. I mean, if you want to up it, I mean, I'm up for all challenges. You can't just talk it and then hide when the challenge come up. Because, see, a lot of these boys, they was talking about what they could do. But then when I told them to go on there and put a video up, you know what I'm saying? They was nowhere to be found. They was lost. You know what I'm saying? I had to put out an Amber Alert for a lot of these niggas. Let me see. Like I said, I'm going to get the show started soon. Me get out some more notifications, and then we can get it in. And let me see. And if you watching if you watching this on Facebook, share this to all your boxing groups and hit my like button. Kwame East off in the building. What's good with it? D-Lo 404 Boxing. Go subscribe to that brother D-Lo 404 Boxing, repping that Georgia. ATL ho. Let me see who else we got up in here. Like I said, we're going to get the show started real soon. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of y'all, I see a lot of people was talking real slick about that boy, Errol Spence. Victor Morales, what's good with it? How the family doing? I know you just had a newborn. Congratulations. Or you got one on the way. Either way. Let me see. Let me check my DM so I could bring my partner Money Brown on so we could get to cooking. Okay, Money, I got you right now. I'm gonna shoot you an invite right now. Hold on. Yeah, we finna really get it in today. It's finna get real lit. Boy, bam. Hold on. Hold on, I'm sending you one right now, Money. All right, Money. Let me know if you got the invite I sent. Let me see who else off in the building. Larry Foster off in the building. Yeah, we still doing it. Larry, I'm gonna hit him with 80 today. I'm gonna hit him with the 80 push-ups today. So we still gonna do it. I'll probably do it as soon as I get off this live. Hit him with the quick 80. Victor Morales. Hey man, I know what that is. I know about them sleepless nights when you have a newborn. Man, I know about them sleepless nights. My last two was twins. So, whoo, man, that shit ain't no joke. Scotty White was good in the building. Scotty White. D-Lo 404 boxing. You say you making your way up to 20. Hey, keep working. You gonna get it. Keep working. Money. Let me see. Money. Did you get the Money Brown? Let me know if you got the invite. Let me see. I'm waiting for my boy Money Brown TV to get on here, and then we gonna get the show started. Oh yeah, man, having newborn twins, man. I remember, man, that shit was rough. That shit was so rough. I remember staying up nights to where I'll be up shit over 24 hours because we had different work schedules. So when she worked overnight, so I had to stay up all night with them and then get right up and go to work. So a lot of nights I didn't even go to sleep. And one to cry, the other one to start crying. That shit was no joke. Ken Floyd said, shout out, yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Ring IQ. They got 56K followers now. Everybody go check out on Facebook. Go check out Ring IQ. Now they up to 56K followers. Yeah, go support them and go check out Ring IQ. They doing their thing. Subscribe to Ring IQ on Facebook. They got a good group over there. Okay, bear with me one second, y'all. Like I'm gonna send another invite to my partner Money Brown so he can jump on here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get to cooking. Give me 1 second. Okay, money, there you go. I sent it again, so you should be getting it. Okay, now while we wait for my boy Money to get on, I'm gonna go ahead and just start cooking. Um, Most of y'all have seen by now, Errol Spence. He did an interview with PBC. Okay, he did a live interview with PBC, and he talked about a lot. And we're gonna get into everything. We're gonna break down everything that he talked about in that interview. And a lot of the things that he talked about was things that I talked about. Hold, let me go ahead and add Money Brown. Hold on.
Yes,
We got
sir.
Money Brown TV. Not subscribe to my partner Money Brown TV. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to go subscribe to that brother. And he got an excellent channel. He do all the big interviews. He got it popping over there. So make sure everybody go subscribe to Money Brown TV. For everybody that's watching on Facebook, everybody got YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to Money Brown TV, go over there and do it and hit the notification icon so you can get all of the notifications. What's good with it, Money? How you feeling?
Man, much love, much love. I want to say this though, man. I want everybody to know that my brother Keon, man, is one of the realest that's doing this boxing game. Like when people look at YouTube, they look at subscribers and shit like that, and sometimes it alter people judgment, bro. But when I say somebody that's in the field, that's touching fighters, that's always been real, that's gonna tell it how it is, no matter if you like it, if it's in your feelings or not. And Keon go stand on it, you know what I mean? So I want to say salute to you, bro. Much respect, man, and it's an honor to be on this platform with you, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro, and whatever you need for me, bro, you know I'm here for you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Money. Shit, like so, man. We gonna go ahead and get and jump right into it, okay? So, like I said, Errol Spence, he talked about a lot, and one thing that I did see is he talked about a subject that I really got on here and I really cooked about, the last time I did a live. I really didn't want to really even talk about it, but I just felt that it was right for me too because I saw everybody, had been talking about it. And one thing I'm going to jump into is he talked about how he hadn't been that hungry no more. He talked about how, once really, this is not what he said, but once he really started getting the money and everything, it was hard for him to continue to be that hungry. It was hard for him to, get out of bed, get out of his mansion and go run those miles and go do the same things that he was doing when he was 5-0. And, when he was coming up in the game before he fought Kell Brook, and I like that he admitted that. I like that he admitted that because one thing with him admitting that let me know that he knows that he has to do better. A lot of people was criticizing him, talking about that, oh, he's not the same, he's this and that. I heard people said, "Oh, he's the next Adrian Broner." Man, I didn't heard some of the craziest shit. And a lot of the shit that people be saying is just fucking outrageous. And the thing, like I said, I love that he was able to admit that and able to, take a step back and see, like, I'm not doing the same things that I was doing when I was coming up in the game, when I was hungry. But now I see that. And now I'm back on these niggas' helmets. I'm back on your head. I'm hungrier than ever because during this quarantine, now I get to sit back and, watch what everybody's saying on YouTube. I get to sit back and watch what everybody's saying on Facebook, all the criticism. And, I think, like I said before, I was telling when I did my live before Money, I had told people, I said, look, all of these guys can take this quarantine as a time to get better and take this, as a time to work harder and harder, or they could take it as a time to lay around and make excuses. And we see that Errol Spence is taking this time to get hungry and to get better and to work on his skills and to do all of that. And I can see it in his eyes. I can see by the way that he's talking that he ain't playing. That he's just not talking. That he really back serious. And before we get into that more, I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook on that a little bit, Money.
Man, when I say you get the nail on the coffin, bro, like this what like and let this be known though, Keon. I still got the Errol Spence interview coming. I hollered at him. It's just quarantine stopped a lot of shit. We talk. I'll tell you behind the scenes, bro. I'll tell you behind the scenes. But look,
okay,
it take a man to admit his faults, bro. You know what I mean? It take a man to admit his faults, and we know when you at the top of the game, it's gonna come with a lot of haters. It's gonna come with a lot of naysayers. It's gonna come with a lot of defamation of character, and a lot of motherfuckers trying to tear you down because you at the top. Especially when they favorite fighters ain't on fire no more. You know what I'm saying? When that stain put out, because they don't got a way to uplift their fighter or still ride with their fighter because they suckers and frauds and fruits. You know what I'm saying? Frauds and flukes. It's like they got to find something to pick on and try to dig in the next man's closet. So when you come out and air your own dirtiness, can't nobody else say shit about you. And that's what Errol Spence did, bro. Like when he but the humbleness with it, the realness with it, the genuineness with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I tell people the dude's so genuine, bro. He's so genuine, but a lot of people overlook that for cockiness and arrogance, though. But like, for instance, Keon, if you work your ass off to get to a position and you at the top of the game, bro, you go feel yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to like, because ain't nobody else go do it for you. So when you reach a certain success or a plateau, you're supposed to big yourself up if don't nobody else do it. You know what I'm saying? But with Errol Spence, he got the Spence Mafia out here. And I'm one of the Spence Mafias out here. Keon one of the Spence Mafias out here. But that don't mean we won't criticize his ass for his wrongdoing. It's just criticizing about the right shit at the right time in the right moments. You know what I'm saying? So when he came out and because I said he set the record straight. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. He set the record straight about everything. And now, like I say, when you got haters out here, they go nitpick at anything. Anything they can find to try to see a flaw in you. You know what I'm saying? I seen the cat say, oh, well, he just not setting up a trust fund for his daughters. He didn't have his shit together. He just like, bro, you sitting up here looking for negativity. You ain't taking the positive about the situation. You looking for negativity to try to down this man. And that's the sucker shit that I be talking about. But man, him coming out earning his own dirty laundry is like a fresher breath air. You know what I'm saying? So we ride with Earl 100%. You know what I'm saying? And the hungriness is back. Like I say, we see this man working his ass off, training his ass off. And you see cats out here talking about he ain't focused. You see cats out here talking about, oh, he poured in with Yellow Beezy. But they don't say this motherfucker was over in Jamaica where you supposed to be relaxing and chilling at, running miles and miles and miles. They ain't talking about the weight that he got down. They ain't talking about how big he was and how good of a shape he is. And now they ain't talking about the workouts. So at the end of the day, bro, I always try to tell people to think for themselves. Think for yourself and stop listening to these dudes who double-minded, man. Quit letting these dudes lead y'all to destruction and make y'all look stupid at the end of the day. But we ride with Errol Spence, man. He back on his shit. That's a blessing in disguise. He thank God. He understand what he got in front of him. He understand what he could have lost. And now he taking it serious than ever, man. And that's dangerous for whoever across from him on his debut back from the incident, bro. It's dangerous for them.
Yeah, and like I said, you could tell. And one big thing that happened, right, is because a lot of people don't know, right? Spence, he had went to Jamaica, right? And I ain't say nothing about it because, I don't really talk about their personal shit. But he had went to Jamaica to basically get away from everybody. People didn't even know that. He went over there to get out the way, to get away from everybody, to be secluded. But when the whole coronavirus shit came out, he had to come back in the States, And so that kind of, threw him off a little bit. But see, the thing that's good and kind of what he was saying in so many words about this whole quarantine and everything. See, this is the thing, right? He had his accident, right? After that, you still on top. You still that dude in the city that everybody want to be around. Your phone blowing up all the time. Hey, let's go do this. This popping over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. When you got money and you can do whatever you want to do, and people blowing you up 24 hours a day, if you've never been in that situation, it's hard to continue to turn people down and continue to and stay secluded away from all of that. And he realized that. You see what I'm saying? And now he's finally, because even after the accident, he never got a chance to just be able to just sit back. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to worry about nothing going on, to just sit back and like kind of just reflect on everything. Because when you up like that, you know what I'm saying? When you up like that, and you one of the biggest names in your whole state, you know what I'm saying? In boxing, period, you don't have a chance to just sit back and reflect on things. Everything is still moving and happening so fast. But now with this, with everything that's going on, right now, he's really getting a chance to like really sit back and reflect and look at everything around him. And now you could tell that he's really getting back to the way he was before he had a dime. You know what I'm saying? Because he's had a chance to reflect it and to be able to get hungry. And like I said, he's looking at all of the criticism everybody's saying about him. Yeah, he probably seen the shit before, you know what I'm saying? But you on the go. You ain't really caring about none of that shit because you doing a million things. You got a million people calling you every day. Now that you can't do all that, now that
with millions of dollars in the bank,
and just focus and look at everything that you've been through and where you at and how you got there. And I think that's what he's done. He's looking at it like, damn, in the first thing to becoming a better man, fighter, and everything is to be able to realize the mistakes that you made and be able to talk about it. And you could tell he didn't shy from talking about it. He told y'all straight up, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't hungry like that no more, basically, like I wasn't as hungry no more. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I got a lot of money. I had never had that shit before, That's basically what he was telling you, and he said it straight out, like that he couldn't. It was hard to keep focused and stay hungry like that, But especially I think when he was also looking at the situation with Mikey Garcia, and Shawn Porter, and no disrespect to them, but I think he just felt like, oh, I'm so much better than them. You know what I'm saying? I'm so much better than them. I can still do whatever else I'm doing and still beat them, which he did. But that shows you what type of level he is, what type of fighter he is, to be fucking 60% of himself and still be able to, you know what I'm saying, beat these guys. And that's just real. So, and I'm gonna let you cook money. Let me get through some of these comments real quick.
Handle business.
Victor Morales says, hey, I want to give a shout out to the great Nelson Cuevas, who just recently passed away due to COVID-19. He says Nelson Cuevas was a renowned cutman trainer and matchmaker. He says he worked with the best, from Mike Tyson to Roberto Duran to Mark Breland, Zab Judah. He said RIP. Yeah,
man. Rest in peace to him, man. Like I say, this shit here, man, it's crazy, man. But rest in peace to him. My blessing goes out to his family, and you know what I mean? It's like, stay safe, man. Stay safe, stay prayed up, and yeah, rest in peace to that man.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. And yeah, and like I said, I talked about it plenty of times. This is a time where everybody needs to take this serious. Everybody needs to take this serious. So rest in peace to Nelson. Definitely. Let me see. Hold on. Larry Foster off in the building. I think Larry Foster got on the push-up challenge with me too. Ken Floyd says, but admitting that and actually doing it is two different things, because you still live in that mansion and skill sheets, but admitting it and being able to admit it is one of the biggest steps to knowing like, okay, yeah, because a lot of dudes don't never admit that shit. You know, they living in denial. Ken Floyd says Crawford is in the same situation, and Mayweather is about discipline. Yeah, you got to have discipline, but I mean, he sees that, he know that, he definitely see that now. You know, Jerry Edmonds says there's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. Jay Cooley says shotgun ride. Let me see. Cassandra Mason off in the building. What's good with you?
You ready?
Let me see.
I thought this. Okay,
I'm making
Ken Floyd says it's hard to believe that or accept that when Mayweather, Pac-Man been on top a while, never had those issues. That's them. You know, everybody not to.
Wait a minute, can I stop him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because first of all, you're a lie. Mayweather and Pac had their issues. You just don't go trip off of it. Mayweather retired for a reason, but you don't know about that. Pacquiao had a whole fucking situation with drinking and whoring, but I ain't heard of his dirty laundry out. But you don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So Pacquiao did a lot before he changed his life and gave his life to God. So when you speak on certain things, do your research first, bro. But go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, that's true, Pat. I mean, you couldn't have said it no better. Let me see. Larry Foster said he think he slept on Porter. So go ahead and cook, money.
All right. And what my brother Keon said, it was, man, like I say, you be hitting shit on the head, bro. Like, these ain't excuses, man. Like, this is just us acknowledging the man admitting his faults. If you don't like Errol Spence, if you feel like it's bullshit, come up with a reasonable like excuse, or come up with some shit that we can say, okay, we can understand it. Don't come up with some shit like, oh, he just saying this because of this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, he don't have no reason to lie. At the end of the day, he won the fight. At the end of the day, he's still the unified champion of the welterweight division. At the end of the day, he's still the number one cat in the welterweight division besides Manny Pacquiao. We talking about pay-per-view numbers and bringing in that bag. At the end of the day, he's still one of the hottest fighters in the world. So when people come out and admit they faults and they still on top, you got to look into that situation and take it with a grain of salt. A lot of people, like I say, man, they like to hate on success. They like to look at certain people and say this, that, and the third. But I see if he would have lost the fight to Shawn Porter and came out and said, or lost the fight to Mikey Garcia, said, oh, man, our brother trained for that shit. He washed Mikey Garcia. Washed him. You know what I'm saying? And still telling you what he did. He went in there, he beat Shawn Porter 8-4, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? 8-4. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that situation, a man ain't got no reason to come out and air his stuff out when he on top. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, you got to look at certain things, man, and take it with a grain of salt and think for self. Think for self, man. But Errol, like I say, he back. I know a lot of people want to see him in the ring. A lot of people want to see what he's doing. And me and Keon, we are true believers that he is back. I believe that he's back. I believe that he's focused. Like I say, I look at Errol Spence and I take him for his word as a man. He never did nothing for me to look at him and say, damn, he lying. You know what I'm saying? I take him for his word until he showed me different. Now, is it yet to be seen because y'all get into that ring? Yeah. I can give you that. If you come out and say, you know what, he's saying this, that, and third, but he still got to show it. I can give you that. All right, I got you. I understand that. But why is a man so eager to go into training camp? Why is Derrick James, his coach, who's one of the realest coaches in the world, saying he's hitting as hard as he ever hit? You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, it's up to how you think. It's up to how you look at certain things and how you break it down and process it. But me breaking down Errol Spence and processing, I don't see him coming out saying all these things while he on top, earning himself out for no reason. And I believe the real truth is back. Like I said, I believe whoever in that ring across from him is in danger. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people talk about ring rust, this, that, and third. But once he get back in training and get punched in his face, Errol Spence will come back, man. He'll come back. And in September and October, whenever you get into that ring, it's going to show.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I mean, like I said, the worst thing that could have happened for these other guys in the welterweight division right now is what's going on right now. This pandemic that's going on right now. Because for him to be able to not do nothing but train now, Y'all got a problem on your hands. And it ain't nothing about him being rusty, because I forgot who was a fighter was doing an interview. I forgot who it was I was watching recently. And he said some shit that I've always said. He says the rust is knocked off in the gym, doing sparring and how you train. Why do y'all think that y'all was able to see Floyd Mayweather come back, you know what I'm saying, after all these different layoffs? Because he was getting it in the gym, getting the rust out.
And watch Keon, and watch Marquez, the number 2 killer on the pound for pound list. So they say was number 2 behind Manny Pacquiao on the pound for pound list.
Easy. Same as Andre Ward. We seen all of the fighters that Andre Ward, right? That all of the fights that Andre Ward took during, after long layoffs, we never seen him miss a step. Who else? Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard took a 5-year layoff, came back and whooped Hagler because he was doing the work in the gym. So I'm not worried about no rust. He's not worried about no rust. It's all about how you do in the gym and how hard you train in the gym. And a lot of people don't realize that Spence do the spar 18 rounds straight.
Can I say something, Keon?
Huh?
Can I say something? Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody go back and look at the Jamel Trello interview before he started training with Derrick James, when he said he worked out with Errol Spence back in the days, and he called Errol Spence a gym killer. He said, I'm the WBC champion, 154-pound WBC champion of the world. I go into the gym with this motherfucker, he killing the gym. I'm trying to get like him, and I'm the champion. That says a lot right there, man. That speaks for itself.
Yeah, and let's talk about like I said, some more of the things that he said in that interview. He specifically talked about, staying on the same subject that we're talking about, how, he admitted, that he wasn't staying focused and that he wasn't doing the same things that he was doing, when he was up and coming and hungry. So one thing that he did say is he said that, for the Mikey Garcia fight, he was in the sauna for hours that day of the fight, still trying to fucking drain off weight. You know what I'm saying? Drain off weight or whatever, because he had got so big in between the fight that it was hard for him to make weight. He said he had a whole sauna suit on, and he said he didn't even sweat until over an hour into the sauna. He didn't even drop. So that shows you how drained he was. And if you actually go back and if you compare the pictures from his last 2 fights to his previous fights, you can see a huge difference. So it's not him making excuses. He's just telling you, like, yeah, I'm going to come on here and admit what I was doing, and I wasn't really doing all the things that I should have been doing to be in tip-top condition, but at the end of the day, I was still good enough to beat those guys, top guys. Okay. And another thing that he said that he blew up to over 190 pounds right before the Shawn Porter fight. Now let me tell y'all something, because I've talked about this before. Shawn Porter fought Ugas in, what was it, March? I think it was March of that year, right? March of 2019, right? Shawn Porter fought Yordenis Ugas, right? And this is what Shawn Porter said out of his mouth. That's why I'm going to tell you, Shawn Porter will never be in better condition than he was for the Errol Spence fight. Shawn Porter fought Yordenis Ugas in March of 2019, right? After Yordenis Ugas, Shawn Porter took 2 weeks off, he said. He said he took 2 weeks off and got back in a full training camp. Start training again. And he said, but when he got back in training camp, he was already in tip-top fight condition. So all he did the whole time was work on his technique, study fight film, and work on things that he needed to do. So Shawn Porter had what? April, May, June, July, August, September. He had 6 months, right? Plus the 3 or 4 months beforehand that he was training for Ugas. And Shawn Porter said himself that he was in the best condition that he ever had been in his whole career, right? Now, take Shawn Porter we saw what Shawn Porter did in that fight. He looked great in that fight, right? But he still didn't have enough for Errol Spence, and Spence wasn't near the greatest condition. The man said he blew up to 190 pounds and basically had to work on cutting the weight down to even make weight the whole training camp. So that right there, if you got any common sense, and Shawn Porter ain't no pushover. We seen Shawn Porter against Keith Thurman in his prime. We seen Shawn Porter beat Danny Garcia. So that right there lets you know what type of fighter Spence is when we see him at that level, and he not even what I would say 70% of himself, right? So imagine what he gonna be when he come back, you know what I'm saying, like he was when he was the nigga with the shag. Come on now. But like, yeah, go ahead.
The Linda Bundu fight, huh?
Huh?
The Linda Bundu fight.
Yeah, the nigga with the shag was and the Al Jury. But if you just look at the way his body was compared to these last few, it's night and day.
And another thing is this though, the naysayers acknowledged it, bro. They acknowledged it. They saw it. They knew it was a difference. They saw the body weight. They saw it. They talked about it. They speaked on it. What do they want to say? No, I ain't gonna bring it up. But he was on this. He was, they saw it. They brought up a lot of shit. He ain't with Blu-ray. He ain't with this. So when they acknowledge something like that, and a lot of people, like I say, stop giving out more victories, please. Please stop giving out more victories. Call it a win or a loss or a fucking draw. Call it for what it is. Because you got people out here that's giving out more. Oh, Errol Spence said he was going to knock him out. He didn't knock him out. He didn't look as good as he said he was going to look, this, that, and the third. And they try to hold that against him and try to use that shit to try to bash him. He dropped that man, bro. What round was it? The 10th or the 11th?
I think it was the 11th.
Late.
The 11th, right? Yeah, the 11th.
Dropped him late.
Yeah.
Man, y'all know the power carried on late.
Yeah, and like I said, I just like it. And another thing I want to get on is a lot of people, and I told y'all, I was telling people, a lot of people was running their mouth talking about, oh, something ain't right with him, so listen to him talk, and he's slur. And I said, he had dental work done.
Let me finish this on Shawn Porter. And it's going to be quick.
Go ahead.
The power carry late against Shawn Porter, right? Now, we all know Shawn Porter for being rough, rugged, and tough. Shawn Porter was the WBC welterweight champion of the world. I'm going to repeat that again. WBC welterweight champion of the world. Took the title from Danny Garcia, another welterweight that's tough as fuck. So, like Keon said, when Shawn Porter and his daddy, understanding what Errol Spence is, understanding they got to be at their best, 100% at their best. This man didn't only fucking train in Ohio and Vegas. This man went to Barry Hunter to train in fucking Headbangers. One of the toughest fucking training camps you can have for Barry. You know what I'm saying? They had Barry in the camp. You know what I mean? Y'all got to understand this, man. You got fucking about 4 coaches putting their heads together against one coach in Derrick James. So if you got 4 people studying one fight and looking at certain different things, you go see certain shit. This is training camp. This is real. This is real life. Everybody is human beings. Everybody got flaws. Everybody make mistakes. So when you got 4 fucking coaches looking at Errol Spence against one trainer in Derrick James who beat all their ass, you know what I'm saying? He beat them all. You gotta nod your head and get credit. But for Errol Spence to go in there, like Keon say, I'm gonna say 75%. I'm gonna give him 75%. And like y'all don't understand how it is to fucking lose weight. You gotta lose weight, then you gotta come back in on point for the IBF. But to lose the weight, not being able to eat, not being able to do this, not being able to have sex, all these things that go into the situation. And for Errol Spence to put the work in, bro, and get from 190 to 147, from 190 to 147 in a matter of months, that take hard work and dedication. But the one thing y'all can't say is Errol Spence is jipping us out of fights because he never missed weight. Regardless if he was 210, 230, 250. When he got on that scale, when it was time to make weight, it was 147 or under. So y'all got to get credit and nod y'all head. So when y'all go in there, y'all keep giving Shawn Porter a more victory. And I said this, Keon, I'm going to let you go. If y'all can show me this to anybody on Facebook. I see there's a lot of people on Facebook, on YouTube. Give me your rounds and prove to me that Shawn Porter won that fight, and I can give you $100 on cash out right on the spot, no hesitation. Give me your rounds and prove to me that Shawn Porter won that fight, and I will give you $100 right on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else to say. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, because I see Ken Floyd. Ken, you've been in the comments talking real greasy the whole time, talking about he a drunk and this, and that.
Send him a
And
link.
you from Dallas.
Send him a
You
link.
from Dallas, though.
Keon, send him a link, Keon.
Huh?
Send him a link. And
I think he on Facebook. Ken, if you want to jump on, if you want to jump on YouTube, okay, jump on my YouTube. I'm on YouTube live right now. Jump on the YouTube and put in the comments your Gmail, and I can send you a link and you can hop on here because you've been talking a lot in the comments. You say you from Dallas, and you also said that Errol Spence was losing the fight before he knocked down Shawn Porter. How was he losing that fight?
Crazy.
How was he? I mean, anybody that said he was losing the fight to Shawn Porter before, I mean, you could say it was a close fight, but he wasn't losing that fight. Come on, man. Like, how you gonna say that he was losing the fight before he dropped Shawn Porter in the 11th round? But come on, man. But like I said, if you want to hop on here, you more than welcome. But like I said, nobody on here making excuses, because I'll be the first one to tell you. I did a whole show on it. I'll be the first one to tell you that, and that's why I did the show, because I said that I didn't believe that he was the same focus and that he wasn't doing the same things that he was doing before. When he was hungry, before the Kell Brook fight and whatnot. But like I said, I love that he was able to get on there and freely talk about it and basically admit to everything that I was saying. He came on there and admitted it. And so I mean, what more can you do? What more can you do? And now he's ready to show us that he's gonna take it to that next level, because he's saying that he's hungry again, to at the same level to where he was when he was 5-0, to where nobody knew his name. Because he said that he's been seeing all the criticism that everybody's been saying. He's been seeing all of it. He's saying that, you know what I'm saying, he got all the time in the world right now, and it's making him hungry, because now he knows that he still got a whole lot to prove, because a lot of haters, a lot of people that just don't like him, a lot of naysayers and critics, it don't matter that he's a unified champ to them. They still treating him like he ain't nobody.
Who's sitting on the couch and never worked out a day in their life, eating fucking popcorn and drinking soda and stuffing down hot dogs with their fat ass.
But he see that. Now he see like, oh, damn. All these fights, all these fighters that I didn't beat, that people were saying I couldn't beat, these titles that I won, that I dreamed about winning ever since I started boxing at 15, damn, that shit ain't nothing to all of these critics and naysayers. They still saying, I'm done. I'll never be the same again. And like I was saying before, and I see a lot of people were saying, like, oh, he's not the same. Look at him. He can't talk. He's slurring his words and this and that. And I was telling everybody, I said, he had mouth surgery. He had a lot of surgery done on his mouth. So it ain't nothing wrong with his brain or nothing. That's his, that's because of his mouth surgery. And now you can see that he's 100% healthy again. You can see that he's not slurring his words. He's talking normal. His mouth is all the way healed. Whatever surgery he had. I know he had mouth surgery. I don't know exactly what he had done, but you could tell now because he's not having a hard time talking.
He got his teeth fixed.
He was kind of swole up in the face.
Yeah.
He was having a hard time talking, and he spoke about that. He said, he's when at the Deontay Wilder fight week or whatever, he said that he saw a specialist. He said they checked his brain, they checked everything. And they said that he's looking good. He's looking great. Everything is fine with him. And he said he has one more time. He's going to go back and get checked out. And he's good. He says that, this time this extra time has allowed him to get 100% healthy. And that's another thing. Like I said, he's using this time well. He also talked about how he's still, he's been running. He's still been training with Derrick James on the mitts, just him by himself with Derrick James. So he getting all the way right. He gonna be all the way right. What you got? What's your input on that, Money? And then I'm gonna get into y'all comments. I see y'all comments. Right, I'm gonna let Money go ahead and give his input, and then I'm gonna get through some of y'all comments. Go ahead, Money.
I mean, it's gonna be quick. I mean, like I say, when somebody come out and admit they false, bro, he letting you know he's still going to be checked up. But don't forget about the haters when they zoomed in on his hand. Oh, look at his hand. His hand not the same. It's in a splint. So, like, when you go back, and I know it, like, I watch everything, Keon, so I know everybody who says some
I see that.
So, everybody who said all the negative shit never came back and gave this man props for getting back. All they try to do is find something different to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's, oh, he partying too much with Yellow Bees. He ain't focused. Oh, he back drinking in the club. Oh, look at him doing this. But they never acknowledge the man working his ass off. And for everybody, that drinking in the club shit is a false narrative. They lying on him. They lying on him. But it's just like, it's a lose-lose situation with Errol Spence, bro. It's like Floyd Mayweather. It's a lose-lose Floyd Mayweather. Floyd did a lot of extraordinary shit, but he gonna get down, and he gonna get credit until he drop dead. That's just real shit. Errol Spence in the same position. He ain't gonna get his flowers until he drop dead because of the naysayers and the haters and the criticism that come along with being on top of the game, bro. When you're on top of the game, and the fucked up part is it be your own people that turn you down the worst. It be your own people that turn you down the worst. You know what I'm saying? Make videos about you, joke about you, this, that, and the third. But like you say, fans can be harsh. They can be harsh. But the man got tough fucking skin. I kept saying this from the beginning, from the incident. The man is one of the strongest, mentally tough fighters in the game. Earl is, out of 95% of the fighters in the out of 95% of the fighters in the game, Errol Spence is more mentally tough than them dudes, man. More mentally tough. Boxing is 80% mental, man. If you can't break that man mental, what you gonna think you gonna do to him physically, bro? Nothing. Once he get in shape, being the specialty that he got, with the body he got and the build that he got, the power that he got, that he was blessed with, it's game over, man. When that man 100% focused, it's game over. But go ahead, Keon.
And see, the thing that you haters do, the ones that continue to talk bad about him and all of that, some fighters, it'll break some fighters. But then you got other fighters that use that to fuel their fire. It gets them more motivated, because look at this. Check it like this. Say everybody's always talking good about Spence. Ain't nobody saying nothing bad about him. Well, he's champ. He beat Shawn Porter. He beat Mikey Garcia. This, and that. If everything's good, where does your motivation come from? He might sit back and be like, shit, well, I'm getting the job done. Everybody see I'm getting the job done. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. But nah, so what I'm saying, all the hate is feeding him motivation, because now it's bringing him back down to a level to where he like, damn, I did this, but that ain't shit, because I still have a lot to prove to all of the haters. They still dogging me out. They still acting like I'm what was they calling them before the Kell Brook fight? Jeff Lacey 3.0 and
Jeff Lacey 2.0.
Yeah, Jeff Lacey 2.0 and all of that, So it's just, it's just putting fuel to his fire. And I like it because now he get to prove everybody wrong. And let's talk about the Terence Crawford situation, and then I'm gonna get into the Victor Ortiz. I mean the Victor
Ortiz, the Virgil Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz. But first I'm gonna get into Terence Crawford, because
let me ask you
the interview,
right? You see what Virgil Ortiz daddy said?
That he never cried and all that stuff.
Nah, not the son, that the daddy. You saw what the daddy said?
Nah, I didn't.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, bet. So anyway, so I'm let's talk about the Terence Crawford situation, okay? Now, because I still see everybody, oh, he's ducking Terence Crawford. He doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford. he's done in boxing because you could just tell he wants to take easy fights, and he let y'all know straight up. They didn't ask him about Terence Crawford in the beginning. He chose to talk about Terence Crawford, and he said that, you know, he definitely want to fight Terence Crawford because he sees that as a legacy fight. You know, he sees that Terence Crawford fight as more of a legacy fight, a fight that people are going to talk about 10, 15 years from now, you know. And he said, you know, like he been saying, like he says that he gonna watch Terence Crawford. He said he got, you know, love and respect for Terence Crawford, but he's gonna watch Terence Crawford because he says that if Terence Crawford was hurt by the Mean Machine, right, Igis Karvelasquez, and Terence Crawford in the past was hurt bad by Yoriotis Gamboa, he says that he definitely knows that he's going to punish Terence Crawford and that he has a good chance in stopping Terence Crawford. That's just how he feels. It's not no disrespect. It's one fighter thinking that he's better than the next fighter, and it's competitive. It's just being competitive, and that's how he truly feels. And you know, I think now he feels that way more than ever because he knows deep down that he's hungry and that he's gonna be, you know, he's gonna be back to the guy that was the boogeyman, the guy that nobody wanted to fight. But he also talked about how, you know, him and Terence Crawford have a very, very you know, good mutual respect for each other. Like he's always said, see, people, all of the fans and the media, they tried to make it like Terence Crawford and Errol Spence hated each other and it's a beef between them. It ain't no beef, and both of them dudes then told y'all that a million times. You know, he just said that he respect Terence Crawford because he look at Terence Crawford and he know that Terence Crawford is real. And what he was saying by that is that Terence Crawford is the same all the time. He don't put on when the camera get in front of him. He don't put on, you know, he's just real. He said what you get is what you see is what you get from Terence Crawford, and he respect him. He's also said that him and Terence Crawford has FaceTime each other. They talk to each other. So everybody's saying that Terence Crawford, y'all need to quit that bullshit because Terence Crawford then came out and told y'all, Errol Spence ain't ducking me. Nobody's ducking. We gonna fight. Errol Spence has told y'all time and time again, but you'll continue to act like that Errol Spence is ducking Terence Crawford. It ain't the case. But you know, like he said, the same thing that Terence Crawford said is the fight will happen, but when it happened, it has to make sense. Everybody got to get paid. They're not going to make a mega fight like that and be able to pay these two guys tens of millions of dollars if the business side ain't right. You can't make a fight that big without the business side being right. Terence Crawford told you that. Bob Arum told you that. Errol Spence has told you that. Derek James then told you that. So how are y'all still sitting up here saying, oh, he's scared of Terence Crawford? Y'all just talk. A pair of lips can tell you any fucking thing. But when we talk, let's get on here and talk the facts. Let's not talk about just some shit that you want to talk about because you hate one man and like the other man. Let's speak about the facts. So he told y'all straight up that that fight is going to happen between him and Terence Crawford. And I mean, what else more do you want him to tell y'all? Terence Crawford told you the same shit. You think that Terence Crawford is going to go in there and take 30%? No. I mean, come on. So Terence Crawford telling y'all, yeah, it's going to happen, but it got to make sense. So why is it a big deal when Errol Spence says that, but when Terence Crawford says that, it ain't talked about? Why is it? I mean, what's the difference? You go ahead and let me get through these comments real quick, and then I'm gonna let you cook on that money.
I got a lot to say on that.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna let you cook on that. Let me get through some of these comments, and I'm gonna let you get in on that. Larry Foster says his body has grown into the man he is. He should just move up to 154 so he don't have to damage himself. No, it's not that. It's not that. Like he's told us that it's because the things that he wasn't doing outside of the ring. You know, he was letting himself get too big. He would get too comfortable. That's what he said himself. So you know, he know what he got to do. He can still make, if he does everything that he was doing before, he can still make the weight, you know, easily and comfortably. Let me see what else. Let me see. Jay Cooley says he not the best. Crawford is the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Pound for pound, number one. That's your opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. If you speak with some sense, like I get on here and debate and you know talk with anybody about boxing when you speak with some sense. But when you in the comment section say, "Oh, he's done. He's the next Adrian Bronner," and all of that, like all that shit is just fucking ignorance.
Let me touch on Jay Cooley. What was the other dude name? The first dude that said,
"Which one?"
Ahead, yeah, the first one that said something about.
Throwing the Towel TV says Spence was on his A game against Porter. In my opinion, Shawn fought his ass off, and Spence was able to get him in check. Spence hasn't slipped when it comes to in the ring performance. No, he ain't slipped in the ring performance, but he still wasn't at his best because if your body is not physically at its best, it don't matter how much skills you have, you're not going to be able to perform to your best, you know, at your best and be at your strongest level in a 12-round fight, you know, and that's just what it is. Mr. J. Duke 40 says Spence apologist. What you talking about? And he says Bomac said the man ain't dedicated to his craft. I don't give a damn what Bomac said.
Let me cook, bro.
I'm gonna let you cook right now. Let me get through a few more of these comments because they've been in here putting it. Larry Foster says he had Porter winning 5 rounds. Honestly, yeah, Larry, I actually agree with you on that. I had to fight 7-5, and then I had 1 round to draw. You know, but like I said, it was a great fight. Jay Cooley says ain't live. He says ain't live, Bud haven't fought nobody that can beat it. Mikey Lamont, Kel, Sean, nor Algieri. Bud has been pampered his whole career, clout chasing off Errol. Hey, I agree with a lot of that. I ain't gonna say 100% of it, but I agree with a lot of that. Jay Cooley. Ant Live says if Errol Spence wouldn't have dropped Shawn Porter, Errol Spence would have lost the fight. I don't agree with that.
That's a whole lie and a half.
That's your
opinion. Had an 8-4.
Daniel says Bud needs to fight a top welterweight. That's a fact. That's a fact, you know. But Bud is a great fighter. I don't got nothing bad to say about him except for that he needs to fight a top welterweight. That's real. Joseph Jackson says I don't think Terence Crawford has fought a top contender. And then let me see. Jose Gatton says Crawford didn't look like he could stand in there with Spence in his last fight. That's what I'm saying. I do not see Terence Crawford being able to stand in there and go like that against 100% tip-top condition Errol Spence. But go ahead and cook money on what we was, you know, what I just had talked about.
First of all, Jay Cooley, look, I got Terence Crawford that's the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I got Errol Spence that's the number 1 welterweight in the world. It's a difference. It's a big difference. You know what I mean? Like I say, like Keon said, being pound for pound, bro, it's a fantasy land. Like people say, oh, you can't put heavyweight. Shit, if somebody got Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua number 1 pound for pound, that's what you got. It's a fucking fantasy where you get no trinkets for being pound for pound number 1. You get none. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit that writers write about to create a new narrative to try to say who the best fighter in boxing for skill-wise. Skill-wise, I say Terence Bud Crawford probably got the most skills in boxing. I say that. Do I think he gonna beat Errol Spence? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it's 50-50 skill-wise? I do, because some people say 45-55, 40-60. Okay, I give you that. But you can't take away from who Errol Spence is, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at that situation instead. Now, you can give him pound for pound number 1, but at the end of the day, Errol Spence is number 1 welterweight. Just like when when fucking Andre Ward was number one pound for pound, and he went up to fight Kovalev. Who was the number 175 pound in the world, Keon? When Sergey the number 175 pound in the world?
Kovalev was.
Exactly. Did some people have Kovalev beating Andre Ward in the first fight? So you can give him that. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the last dude said. I wanted to touch on that as well. But I'm gonna say this. What Terence Crawford and Errol, that's why I say, bro. Terence Crawford fans I'm a Terence Crawford fan. I get Crawford all the credit in the world. I talk great about Crawford. I got him as the number 2 welterweight in the world. He beats everybody at welterweight besides Errol Spence, in my opinion. But when it comes to Crawford fans, it's like Keon said, they want to make it a rift and a beef. And the main reason for that is Bomac. Bomac is the main reason for that. And if Bomac would have gave him that interview, he had a lot of shit to answer to. Bomac go around bashing Errol Spence every chance he gets. From the beginning, from 2017, from the beginning. Go back from the beginning to the Dante Boxing Nation interviews and look at Bomac talk about Errol Spence. But look at how Derrick James talk about Terence Crawford. Derrick James gave Crawford a number of praises. Bomac always down Errol Spence and shitted on him. And fans take that shit what Bomac say to heart and they run around, oh, Errol Spence is drunk. Oh, Errol Spence is dead. Bomac do no good deeds trying to dog out Errol Spence. He came on Trill Boxing Talk and say, oh, it's the hype to fight. I know Spence this, that, and the third. But then he go right back on the camera and say, fuck Spence, he's basic, he's a drunk, he's this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That dude's no credit, bro. That does no credit for the fight. That don't build up the fight. You know what I'm saying? That just, it turned down the fighter. To me, it's defamation of character, bro. It's defamation of character when all Errol Spence do is get Bud credit. You know what I'm saying? To get Bud credit. And he say like his skill set. From the beginning, when Bud was at 140, Earl always talked highly on Bud Crawford. Highly, bro. The fight one never even thought of when Bud was at 140.
But see, the thing that shows me a real one know what hate and envy is. A real one know they can look at that shit and tell, okay, this dude, you know what I'm saying? He a hater. Like he's envious of this man.
Facts, bro.
Go ahead.
Facts. And he look at and I say this. Sometimes look, trainers ain't gonna say it. They can say my fighter got this, my fighter got that, my fighter got this. But why ain't my fighter getting praised like him? You know what I'm saying? Now ask yourself, who getting praised the most between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford? Who done the most numbers on pay-per-view? Who's the biggest fighter at 147 pounds? Who was everybody hunter? Keon say you can't hunt the hunter. You can't hunt the hunter. But who is everybody hunting right now? When you look at 147 pounds, besides Manny Pacquiao, who is everybody hunting? Ask yourself that. Who's calling out who? Bomac say, oh, we don't need Errol Spence to be in the Hall of Fame. Why you saying his name every interview? Why you down him in every interview? You see what I'm saying? Who calling out who? Errol Spence has options, bro. And when you the fighter and when you in the business aspect of the game, you're going to look at all the like everything that's put on the table. You're going to look at everything, bro. You're going to look at everything. Danny Garcia make the most sense, in my opinion. I don't care what nobody say. People can say what they want. People don't understand how much, like I said, the Manny Pacquiao fight fall on the table. You don't turn down Manny Pacquiao. I don't care what nobody say. You got fat motherfuckers out here lying to my Earl turned down the Pacquiao fight, this, that, and the third. That's a lie. Pacquiao ain't even signed no contract or asked for no fight. Pacquiao doing Congress work right now. He the senator, bro. And he trying to save his people from starvation and shit like that. So Pacquiao ain't even worrying about fighting right now. So when you look at Errol Spence and you say which fight, and people say, oh, easy road. It ain't about making the easiest fight. It's about which fight that can get made. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Garcia fight is right there where Al Heyman win him. A fight that was already in play for January the 25th or 26th. So people want to shit on that fight when it was already in play. And I ask people, how did Danny Garcia and Errol Spence lose luster when Errol Spence having fought chat and all Danny Garcia did was win the fight? All Danny did was win the fight and beat the shit out of Ivan Redkach. You know what I'm saying? Ivan Redkach knocked out my good friend Devin Alexander. Knocked him out. Devin ain't never been knocked out. Been dropped only by Matisse. Only been dropped by Matisse. You know what I'm saying? Only been dropped by Matisse was knocked out by Ivan Redkach. Devin Alexander, arguably a future Hall of Famer, 2-division world champion. You see what I'm saying? But then he going on and wash his ass and then he get no credit. He's a cherry picker. It's like people don't understand what they looking at, bro. So when people try to say Bud Crawford, who came out multiple times and said the fight is gonna happen, right? He came out multiple times and said the fight's gonna happen. Came out and said, I FaceTime Errol Spence, he's a cool dude. We talked about the fight. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence said the money has to be right. He get criticized. Terence Crawford said the money got to be right. I see no videos on Terence Crawford.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Terence Crawford was offered 60-40. He turned it down. Nobody talk about that. Oh, it's a 50-50 fight. How? How's a 50-50 fight when Errol Spencer, unified champion, did more on fucking pay-per-view, the numbers are bigger. How's a 50-50 fight? But people ain't gonna get credit where it's due. They say, oh, Terence Crawford is a fucking he's the undisputed champion, he's a 3-division world champion. Manny Pacquiao was a fucking 8-division world champion. Did he get 50-50 against Floyd Mayweather? Answer that. 8-division world champion. Did he get 50-50 against Floyd Mayweather? You know what I'm saying? So people they nitpick at what they want to nitpick at. Like I say, if you got some common sense and you talking boxing knowledge, you say, you know what, Monty, you know what, Keon, I feel like Bud got more skills. I feel like he's more dedicated. I feel like his legs, his the way he punched with fighters, you know what I'm saying? The way he knocked out everybody at 147, the way he beat up the bigger fighters, this, that, and third. I feel like he go beat Errol Spence. I can't knock you on that. That's your opinion. But when you come in and say Errol Spencer drunk, he's not dedicated. Terence Crawford light years ahead of him. He dissed that in the third because you fall in the words of another man and you ain't thinking for yourself. Man, get out of here with the bullshit, bro. Get out of here with the bullshit. Now, Errol Spence, like I say, spoke on Terence Crawford. Like you know when somebody being serious. He say, I see the Terence Crawford fan. I see the people from Omaha. I see them saying I'm ducking Terence Crawford when that's far from the fucking case. That's far from what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Far from what's going on. It don't make business sense. When you're a fan and you coming from a fan perspective, you're gonna want to see the best versus the best. That's your take on the fight. You want to see the best versus the best. You're a fan. You're not the motherfucker who getting punched in the head and taking the punches and take the punishment. You ain't that fighter in there that's going through the hard training camps to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you eat. You can't enjoy your girl. You can't do this. You can't do that. You gotta be strict on certain shit. You're not that guy. You're not him, and you're not going through the suffering that man going through. So when that man say, I want X amount of dollars and I deserve this, and he right about it, like Floyd Mayweather was right about it, you can only just drop your head and give him credit for what he deserved, man. This is not a fucking NFL where you come back next year or NBA or none of that shit. It's all about what you done for me lately. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shitting on Errol Spence right now. He the unified champ. He gets no praises. I remember people still gave fucking Keith Thurman praises. He was out for 2 years, but guess what they say? He's still the unified world champion. Nobody beat him. He's still the unified world champion, and nobody beat him. So therefore, he still holds his crown at the top of the welterweight division. But now Errol Spence in the same division, he get nothing but hate, and he want to fight the best. The man coming back off of fucking almost a situation that could have lost an arm, a leg, crippled him, killed him, all type of shit, and going right to Danny Garcia, going straight to Danny Garcia or Manny Pacquiao, and y'all give him no credit. Oh, he'll watch Danny Garcia. Why does he fight Danny Garcia? But in the same breath, y'all will say, oh, why Danny ain't fight Terence? So Danny is good for Terence Crawford, but he ain't good for Errol Spence. He good for Terence Crawford, but he ain't good for Errol Spence. A top 5 welterweight who fought the best of the best, who's still skillful as fuck, who's still in his prime, who got a big ass fan base. Good for Terence Crawford, who's the number 2 welterweight in the world, but he ain't good for the number 1 welterweight in the world. You can't win.
Certain fighters that people just hate and they just gonna say anything about. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, because you can clearly see it. You know, you can clearly see it. You know, fighters like Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, and so on. But the
Javante Davis,
like you said, why is it one man can say one thing, the other man will say the same exact thing, but it's a whole different reaction? You know, the shit don't make no sense. And I see a lot of people. I see a couple dudes saying, who was it? Let me scroll down in the comments. Said that Terence Crawford wasn't number 1 pound for pound. And me, I mean, you know, me and Money, we don't agree on everything. Me and Money, we didn't have, you know what I'm saying? We'll go back and forth. That's what's so real about us. Because if he don't agree with something that I say, he gonna tell you straight up, and I'm gonna do the same thing, and we'll go back and forth. I don't agree that Terence Crawford is number 1 pound for pound, but I got my reasons. I think Terence Crawford is a great fighter, highly skilled. But I wouldn't say that if we going off of number 1 pound for pound, as far as, you know, him having the best skills in boxing, I see a few guys that I can name and say I think they got better skills than Terence Crawford. I think that Terence Crawford is a great fighter. I don't have nothing bad to say about him, but I do think that he's been moved perfectly with Top Rank. with the skills that he has to make him look like that he has the best skills in boxing. But I have seen a lot of holes in his game. And I have seen him struggle in several fights that he stepped up in. The Jose Benavidez fight. I saw him struggle, at times in that fight. I've seen him struggle in the last fight that he had. So I've seen certain type of opponents cause him problems. And so what is he gonna look like if he got in there with a Shawn Porter, a Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao? I'm not saying that he wouldn't beat those guys, but who knows? Because he's never been in there with near the level of competition of those guys. So I'm not going to say that he's pound for pound number one in the world, because I can't put him, no matter what y'all say, I can't put him above people like I can't put him above people like let's say Canelo, Lomachenko. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the competition that Canelo has fought, even though a lot of people don't fuck with Canelo, I don't like a lot of shit that Canelo do, because I think that he ducking Charlo and Andre, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like a lot of shit that he do. But if you still look at his resume, you can't compare Terence Crawford's resume to what he's done. Canelo got a shitload of skills. You know what I'm saying? He know how to fight you all type of different ways. Lomachenko, look at all the skills that he got. So I'm not gonna sit there and put Terence Crawford above them dudes. You know what I'm saying? He is in the top pound for pound. Where is he in the top pound for pound? Within the top 5 or 6. But that's my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, because I go more so on, okay, who have you beat and what level of competition were those guys that you beat? You know what I'm saying? And that's just wow. And that's just my opinion. But anyway, moving along to some of the other things that were said, about the Terence Crawford situation. Like my boy Money said, I mean, he hit the nail right on the head. Like, why is it any different if Terence Crawford is telling y'all the same exact thing that Errol Spence is telling you, but when Errol Spence tell you it, he's ducking? It don't make no fucking sense at all. It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And I see y'all in the comments. Let me see. But yeah, Terence Crawford, he's going to have, in order for this Spence fight to be made, Terence Crawford is going to have to fight somebody. And Kell Brook, shit, I'll accept Kell Brook. Everybody saying Kell Brook is washed up and done, but if Kell Brook really get focused and be in the gym and get on his shit, we can't say that he's washed up, because we still haven't seen anybody beat Kell Brook since Errol Spence beat him. And he gave Spencer a fucking tough fight. And that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't no Spence, 70%. That was Spence, at his top condition. And he gave Spence a hell of a fight. So you can't count Kell Brook out. We can't just say that Terence Crawford is going to get in there and run through Kell Brook, because I don't give a fuck if Kell Brook ain't at his top. I can't see it. I cannot see Terence Crawford going in there and running through Kell Brook.
He gonna do way better than Amir Khan, I'll tell you that much.
Huh? Yeah, Kell Brook is way better than Amir Khan. Kell Brook, if Kell Brook can make 147 and he can make it healthy, Kell Brook is gonna be a problem. Kell Brook gonna be a problem, because shit, and don't let Kell Brook be anywhere near the same Kell Brook that he was when he fought Errol Spence and Shawn Porter and them guys. Don't let that happen. But like I said, let me see what y'all saying. And Live say Jay Cooley, Bud fight, good competition. He just makes his competition look very average and not that good because he's so good. I mean, that's your dude. You're a Bud fan. I mean, I'm a fan of Bud Crawford, but some people they just gonna be 150% biased. But I mean, he do fight a lot of guys that he make. What really impressed me about Bud, really, how he made Amir Khan look.
Keon, let me address this cat real fast, bro.
Yeah.
Real quick. And live, let me tell you this, bro. I give Bud all the credit in the world. Yeah, Bud, number one pound. When you come here, you talking about Spencer drunk, get the fuck out of here. What does that do? What's that like? What does it do if you saying he's a drunk and you whipping motherfuckers, you calling him a drunk? Now, when you come out here and say, yeah, he fighting this fight and this fight, he just making them look like this. When you look at the fighters he fought, I give him credit. He trying to fight the best of the best. But when you say he trying to fight Errol Spence and not not Shawn Porter, when you can't get the next best motherfucker, when you can't get the best thing, you get the next best thing, homie. You get the next best thing. I'm tired of you motherfuckers trying to shit on Shawn Porter like he ain't a fucking elite fighter, like y'all trying to shit on Danny Garcia. Everybody needs everybody at 147 to be great. So guess what? If he go in there and beat fucking Errol Spence, guess what? Him and Shawn Porter ain't a great fight. Him and Shawn Porter ain't a great fight if he beat Errol Spence Jr. I'm gonna ask you that. Oh, when he beat Errol Spence Jr., what he do? He run to 154? Y'all boys got to stop with the bullshit, bro. Shawn Porter just went in there. And look, this my thing, Keon. That's why I say these cats be sideways talking. They be sideways talking. They say Shawn Porter, Errol Spence barely won the fight, right? He barely won the fight. 7-5. Some people got a 7-5 and one for the knockdown. He didn't win. This, that, and third. All right, so if he barely won the fight, why won't you go in there against the cat he barely won the fight against and beat the fuck out of him and look amazing?
And show him.
And I know a lot of people say, oh, the triangle did this, that, and third. No, buddy. Shawn Porter is a motherfucking animal. He's an animal. Just because he don't got a title don't mean it ain't a great fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to say, oh, don't fight Shawn Porter because he want to fight Errol Spence. But if Errol Spence telling you I'm going to fight Danny Garcia, what you gonna do? Say Spence's name every fucking time? So they give him a pass to go fight a fucking Jose Cito Lopez. You see what I'm saying? And I like what Keon saying about Kell Brook. But Kell Brook at 147, I don't know how healthy he is. He fought at 154 for almost 3 fucking years now.
That's why I said if he could. That's a big if.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If he don't make 147, Terence Crawford said it out his own fucking mouth. Kell Brook does nothing for him. He want Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, or Danny Garcia. Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, or Danny Garcia. But you don't want Shawn Porter, who beat Danny Garcia. You don't want Shawn Porter, who was in a tough fight with Errol Spence. As some of y'all say, some people say he beat him. Some people say it was close. Oh, Shawn Porter exposed him. Shawn Porter's a dog. Shawn Porter this. All this more victory shit y'all get Shawn Porter. So it ain't a good fight with Terence Bud Crawford. You motherfuckers don't make no sense around this camp, bro. But go ahead, Keon. These boys, man, I say they be double talking, bro. They double
man. I see a lot, and I see people saying, "Oh, well, Terence Crawford. Shawn Porter already lost this and that, and so people are not gonna give him his credit. Like, how is people not gonna give him his credit? Because first of all, people giving him his credit for fighting motherfucking Amir Khan and Igis Kavalauskas and Benavidez. People give him all the credit in the world for fighting them. So how is he not going to get credit for fighting Shawn Porter? Because I think we can all agree he's never fought nobody near the level of Shawn Porter.
Fact. And let me say
that's the fact. He ain't never fought. How could we not give him his credit if he go in there and watch Shawn Porter and beat up Shawn Porter? Ain't nobody never whooped Shawn Porter like that. But Kell Brook is the closest that did it.
And he'll do better numbers on pay-per-view than fucking Victor Postal and fucking who else?
Amir Khan.
So you say the dude say Crawford want belt holders, not guys coming off of more victory. Errol Spence wanted belt holders. He couldn't get them. He fought the next best thing. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman wanted belt holders. He couldn't get them. He fought the next best thing. So right now, man, you talking about belt holders. So I'm gonna ask you, is Shawn Porter not one of the top 5 welterweights in the world? Is he not one of the top 5 welterweights in the world? Are you not going to get a great fucking payday off of fight Shawn Porter? Or are you not going to get a pay-per-view fight off of fight Shawn Porter? Answer that question. If you know you're not going to get Manny Pacquiao, Bob Arum said in his fucking face and told him he took money out of his mouth. He took a legacy fight away from him because he saved Manny Pacquiao from fighting Terence Crawford in his face. And he didn't address Bob Arum. So if you couldn't get Pacquiao when he was on your fucking side, what make you think you go get him on the PBC side when you got fighters that's doing bigger numbers than Terence Bud Crawford? And Manny Pacquiao getting $20 million plus every time he fight, and Bob Arum talking about he's not gonna give him $20 million. Answer that question. Do y'all research, man, before y'all open up y'all mouth, man. Be real about the situation, but don't just come in here talking as a fan. You got to look at boxing as a three-headed monster, bro. Politics, pugilism, and motherfucking business-wise, bro. Y'all just speaking as fans, bro. Come on, man. Go ahead, Keon, bro.
Yeah, so and before we get into this, and like I said, I'm gonna cook on the whole situation with Virgil Ortiz. But before we get into that,
hey, did you see what his daddy said? That disrespectful shit.
Yeah, I saw it right now. I'm gonna get on that. Before we get into that whole situation with Errol Spence and Virgil Ortiz and everybody making a big deal out of, okay? Before we get into that, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Everything Boxing, and hit my like button. Like, it don't take you no time to hit the like button. That should take you less than 1 second to do, okay? And go to YouTube. So after you subscribe to my channel, Everything Boxing, you see my boy Money Brown TV. He gonna bring you an exclusive Errol Spence Jr. interview real soon coming up. Go subscribe to his channel. He got one of the best channels on YouTube, Money Brown TV. Okay, and that's MONNIE. Okay, Money Brown TV. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. That's where we bring y'all everything that's going on. Shit, it's right in the palm of your hands. So go subscribe to the channels. Now, I want to talk about the situation between Errol Spence and Virgil Ortiz. It's not even a situation, but I've seen a lot of, people make posts about it. They took this, they took something very small that Errol Spence said, blew it out of context, right? And took that and I see it as a way that people that just don't like Spence anyway, or people that say that they like him but really don't like him, they use this as an excuse to have something else to be able to talk bad about and bash Spence on, right? Okay. Now, Errol Spence, and I'm gonna play the clip exactly of what he said so everybody can hear what he said and how he said it. Okay, so everybody can hear what he said and how he said it, because a lot of people would take something that one person say, they won't even watch it for themselves or hear it, and they'll just go run with it. Okay, now Errol Spence, he was talking about a lot of things in the interview, right? And Virgil Ortiz was brought up, okay? Because Virgil Ortiz recently did an interview and he said that he thinks that he'll be ready to, to fight guys like Errol Spence and the top guys in the welterweight division, in 1 or 2 years or whatever, right? He said he'll be ready. So Errol Spence was asked about that, right? And Errol Spence, he went on to talk about Virgil Ortiz, and he was actually praising Virgil Ortiz. And he was like, me and Virgil Ortiz, we came up in the same gym together. Virgil Ortiz is a lot younger than Errol Spence, but he was like, we came up in the same gym together. And he was like, man, I remember him as as a crybaby kid. He would cry a lot, and for him to come from that to being 16-0 with 16 knockouts, he was like, man, I salute that dude. He was like, basically the way he was saying it is he was saying like, damn, he's surprised that same kid that he used to see crying in the gym is actually turned out to be the beast that he is. That's the way that I took it. Okay,
talk that motherfucking talk, bro. I took it
the way that I took it. But people that already have some, against Errol Spence, they took it in a whole different way. They blew it up. They tried to say, oh, he's hating on Virgil Ortiz. He's scared that Virgil Ortiz is going to come up and take his spot, and Virgil's going to wash him, and Virgil's going to beat the shit out of him. And he's just a hater. He's jealous of Virgil, all of this shit, right? Blowing it out of proportion, saying Errol Spence is a hater and he's a drunk and he's done for saying that, and all of this just weird shit y'all said, right? So, also, I think with everybody making the comments and blowing it out of proportion, right? Virgil Ortiz father came out and he posted something about it, right? And the reason I think that he posted something about it, because I don't think that he would have ever even paid attention to this if the fans and some of the media hadn't blown up what Errol Spence Jr. said. But when you blow up something, and when you blow something up like that, of course it's gonna get his daddy and him pissed off, because now they letting it get under their skin, and they letting it be something that it wasn't. So I'm gonna read y'all what Virgil Ortiz's father had to say in response to what Errol Spence said, and then after that, I'm gonna play y'all the exact clip of what Errol Spence said, and then y'all can decide for yourself. Okay. Virgil Ortiz said, I think it was Virgil Ortiz's father said, the only crying I remember was when Errol cried in the Olympics. Everyone remembers that. He said, Errol, don't be fake. My son has showed you a lot of respect, but when you're saying fake lies, he says, that goes out the window, like out the window of your Ferrari kind of way. Now, that's now he took it to a whole another level, right?
Very disrespectful.
He took it to a whole nother level, because Errol Spence didn't say it in that type of way. Now, let me play y'all the clip, right? I'm gonna play the clip right now of exactly what Spence said and how he said it. I got it right here. Y'all bear with me real quick, and I'm gonna play y'all the clip. Let me see. 155. Let me see.
But you kind of like the fact that these prospects are calling you out. They're like, yeah, I want to fight Spence, because I remember you were like that years ago when you were coming up.
I mean, it just shows they're hungry. That's what it's about. I mean, you gotta show that you're hungry. You gotta show that that you want the top dog and you willing to take their spot. And as for me, that keeps me on my toes, because I know. A younger guy, willing to take. He wants what's mine. So, he willing to work hard, and he willing to do whatever it takes to do to get to that point. So, for me, that's good, because me and Virgil started at the same gym, World Boxing Gym. We had the same coach and everything, and just to see him get to that point, it's great seeing, because I remember him as a little kid, a little crybaby kid. He was crying a lot. But now to see him get to this point, and and looking to challenge me in about 2-3 years, it's good that he know that 2-3 years he might be ready. But I don't see him. I don't see him, beating me. But much respect for him. Much respect to him doing this thing, and getting to this level. I think 15-0, 15 knockouts, 16-0, 16 knockouts. So. Much respect to him doing his thing, and making Dallas look good, and putting on for the city.
Errol, there been
okay. Now, how is that him hating on y'all? Now, y'all heard that for yourself, okay? Now, this is what I'm saying, that people will take something very small and try to blow it up and make posts about it, and take that as an excuse to shit on somebody that they already didn't like. All he did the whole time was give him props. He said it in a way like I remember him as, being a crybaby, in the gym. And he was like, I'm like, look where he is now. That same kid that I remember crying in the gym, getting frustrated. Look what he became now. He's putting on for the city. I got mad respect for him. Shout out to. How is that him hating? Let me get through some. What do y'all feel about that? What do y'all feel about that? Let me tell me what y'all feel about that. Okay, Cassandra Mason says some people are delusional. Clearly, EJ was giving Virgil props, shaking my head. Exactly. D. Gray throwing the towel says it could be the beginning of a good storyline, a fight, and a few years down the road, Pops needs to fall back. Yeah. KJ Alexander says, you're really tripping. He was talking to somebody else. Let me see. They said that's some strong words from his father. Yeah, his father took it to a whole nother level. D Gray throwing the towel said a lot of kids cry in the gym, means nothing. Tyson was crying before a fight at 15. Spence wasn't hating. Exactly. That's he was giving the man props. He didn't say nothing bad about him. Now, I can understand some fighters got that. Some fighters and their dads and their trainers got that complex to where he felt embarrassed that everybody's gonna look at him as a cry. He's a fucking grown man now. He a grown man. He was just saying how he remembered him as a little kid when he was 15 training in the gym with him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go take this shit and blow it out and so right money. So dude on my Facebook, you know.
Do you got what Virgil Ortiz said to Earl and what Earl said to him?
Huh?
Do you got what Virgil Ortiz said to Earl and what Earl said to him?
Yeah, I read it. You didn't hear me?
I heard you read the Daddy.
Oh.
You ain't read Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Okay, let me hold on. Let me see. You go ahead. You got it. Go ahead and shoot. But before you shoot, like I said, so I mean that shit is just blown out of context to me because he wasn't hating on the man at all. So you go ahead and tell him what that was Virgil Ortiz's dad. I read y'all what Virgil Ortiz's dad said. Now Honey's gonna read you what Virgil Ortiz had to say about the situation. Go ahead.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. came back and said, he tweeted, "The only crying I remember was when you didn't make it out of Dallas and the Golden Gloves. Don't be throwing fake jabs at me. I've been nothing but respectful to you and Errol Spence." Earl came back, said, "No disrespect intended, my dude, but you did used to cry as a kid. Damn, you was a baby. Cool it. And why we talking about the Golden Gloves?" Al Heyman voice. When motherfuckers keep talking about the amateurs and shit like that, that's why Al be preaching to his fighters.
Yeah.
He said, "I won the Nationals the next year, and everything else it was to win with the eyes. Like, look, boy, quit playing with me, man. Quit playing with me." So when y'all see the situation, man, can y'all hit the nail on the head, man? It was giving the dude, respect. But sometimes when you are fighting in a position trying to come up, you go use certain things and try to clout chase off of it. Like I say, we heard Virgil Ortiz and his daddy use Errol Spence's name 1,000 times. Oh, we go fight Errol Spence in 2 years. Oh, we coming for Errol Spence spot. Oh, we used to train with Errol Spence. Errol Spence this, Errol Spence that. As soon as Errol Spence say some shit, giving him props, respecting him, they jump out the window. Try to make fake beef. Fake beef. We know what that means. We try to make fake beef, you clout chasing. You clout chasing because we know you ain't nowhere near Errol Spence yet. In 2 fucking years, Errol Spence will be at 154. Y'all understand what I'm saying? 154. He'd been had to do everything he had to do at 147 and be at 154. So it's a clout chase. Now, for y'all to take it as that just shows everything about their character, man. What they trying to do. Listen, I never met them people a day in my life. I never met Mikey Garcia, but I got a close homeboy whose son is a hell of a fighter, amateur fighter coming up, who actually sent me the article of Virgil Ortiz's daddy saying that because he took it down real fast. He took it down, everybody. Understand that he took it down. But he said he was about to fight Virgil Ortiz's daddy because they racist, bro. They racist. Now, I ain't gonna put that jacket on the man, but you know what I'm saying? So he said Mikey Garcia them racist. He said these dudes racist. This is his experience that he had with these people.
You said this up and coming fighter that trained with them?
No. This is my guy. He from St. Louis. He living in Dallas right now. His son is a fighter.
Okay.
He ran into them, bro. He's about to fight Virgil Ortiz's daddy. He was about to fight him. He said they're racist. He told me out his own mouth, stop giving them praises because they racist, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's his experience that he had with them, and I take him for his word. But until I have experience with them and sense it for myself, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. I don't know what the situation had happened. When things get heated, words get to flying. We don't know. But I take him for his word. He's a strong man. He ain't got to fake shit. You know what I'm saying? So, looking at this move they pulling by Virgil Ortiz and his daddy saying what they're saying is negative bullshit. When we know, Keon, we know they can get in contact with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard to get in contact with Errol Spence when you Virgil Ortiz and Virgil Ortiz Sr. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard in Dallas. Errol Spence answered the phone for Terence Crawford. You think you want to answer the phone for Virgil Ortiz? Come on now, man. It's a clout chase, man. And I look at it as it's a bullshit move, and I don't respect it. I lost a little respect for Virgil Ortiz and his daddy. He's a hell of a fighter. He coming up. He's showing himself to be somebody special. But you still have to prove it. You haven't won the title yet. The fighters you fought, you're supposed to do that to him almost. I give you credit for Orozco. I give you credit for fucking the guy that beat Danny Garcia. Some people thought beat Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I give you credit for knocking them out. You know, so at the end of the day, man, continue on your journey, bro. You don't have to go about clout chasing Errol Spence Jr. to become a star in this game. You're doing good yourself, building your name yourself. I look at it as a clout chase, and it's tasteless to me. Because as you played the video, it was a joke. I looked at him as a crybaby kid. It was a joke. When we seen Errol Spence on a fucking picture with Virgil Ortiz, he looked like a fucking kid. He looked like a kid. Errol Spence got a picture with Virgil Ortiz. The man is a fucking kid. So, of course, you're going to have a temper tantrum or you're going to whine about certain things. And when you say crying, that don't mean boo-hooing. But it's, wow, man, shit, stop. Like, we all know what crying is in the ring.
Frustrated, man. I've been in the gym and I've seen kids cry all the time because they get frustrated, you know, trying to learn something new, or they just, you know, I've seen it all the time. Kids do that. So don't try to sit there and say, oh, the man just made it up out of the blue. He never it didn't take it. He wasn't even saying it like that. He was giving him props. Like this same kid that I remember as, you know, crying in the gym, you know, crying all the time in the gym. Now look at him.
He's a man. Look at him in the
knockout. That's what he said. He putting on for the city. He doing his thing, but nobody. So everybody took that small part, right? Blew that out of proportion. Took that upon themselves to make posts, to dog out Errol Spence and shit on him, but didn't mention nothing that he said positive about it, right? The reason I really know about Virgil Ortiz when I found out about him is because it's from Errol Spence. I didn't know nothing about Virgil Ortiz until Errol Spence. He's always praised Virgil Ortiz and talked good about him. And then y'all want to take this and let the fans and the media get under your skin because they blew it up, and you come out and y'all gonna say some disrespectful shit like that. You know, and like I said, I think they took that as a key moment to try to clout chase. Because why would you respond in that type of?
Do we look like a kid or not, bro?
I can't. Let me see. I can't. It ain't really focusing on it. All right. Yeah, he's small as hell. What is it, like 9 or 10?
Errol Spence look like a grown man.
Yeah. So he's telling you, like, this little kid that y'all just saw in this picture, that's how I remember him. Like, it's now he all grown up, and look what he doing now.
Like I say, bro, we come with facts, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then, dude, you've been hating on Spence the whole time. The whole time we've been in here and live. Say, stop it, bro. If it would have been the other way around, Virgil. If it would have been the other way around, Virgil Hill saying, "Oh, I remember Spence crying as a little kid," and after saying he starts laughing at Spence, you would have said it was hating. Nah, the thing you were hating on Spence the whole time. You ain't said not one good actual fact about Errol Spence. You've been in here talking about how he a drunk and the whole time.
Let me say this, Keon. If he would have said, man, I remember Errol Spence from crying from the Olympics after he lost the fight where he thought he was robbed, what we gonna say? If he say, I remember Floyd Mayweather crying at the Olympics after losing in a bronze medal match after he lost, what we gonna say? It's a fucking fact. It's a fact. But I promise you, Errol Spence wanna go come back and say, you know what, man? Virgil Ortiz, daddy, I remember his son crying. This man, get the fuck out of here, bro. They always look for the neck, like we say, bro. It don't matter. You can put 1,000 positives out there. They gonna always look for a negative. Damn if you do, damn if you don't, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like, it's funny because a lot of the same motherfuckers that was making posts and blowing the shit up was the same ones that was talking bad about Shakur Stevenson when he was crying.
Right.
In the Olympics. Like, so, I mean, come on now. Let me see.
Like I said, hey, y'all welcome to get on the live too. If y'all a real man, y'all welcome to get on the live if y'all a real man.
Ain't none of them dude, man, they ain't about that action. They're not about that action. They like a lot of these dudes, they like to sit in the comment section and type nonsense the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of oh, he's a drunk. What the fuck does that have to do? You probably sitting at home and couldn't do 10 push-ups and drink all day, every day. And it ain't accomplished shit in your whole life. So if you calling that man a drunk and all of that, but he's accomplished all of what he's accomplished, and you still where you at, maybe you need to look in the mirror and and see what you need to be doing to get on that level.
Facts, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about these dudes, personal, what they do in their personal life and all of that. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's still undefeated. He still hasn't lost no fight. And what y'all talking about don't have nothing to do with what we talking about. It don't have nothing to do with nothing. You just a fucking troll. That's what you know how to do. That's all you know how to do is troll. If you're going to talk to me about some boxing, let's talk about facts.
Shots fired.
Let's talk facts. But yeah, so like I said,
hold on, let me say this, Keon, because we tell us one lie that we said. Point out one lie that we said, bro. Exactly. Look
there
perfect.
It is.
Look perfect.
There's Virgil Ortiz.
A goddamn kid.
Can you see that good?
Goddamn kid. A kid. A kid that looked like he cried. When you look at him, he looked like he was a crybaby once he got punched in the nose, but he grew out of it. If you
I'm not gonna say he was a crybaby or not, but all I gotta say is he was a kid. Okay, a lot of kids cry in the gym. When you get older, you start to grow out of it. He wasn't talking to and then people try to make it like, he was talking about a 16, 17-year-old kid. You see this? Let me see. Let me put it on again. Focus. Okay, focus. He looked like he was what? 8 or 9 years old right here.
Yeah, right.
So that showed me the character of a lot of these fans and a lot of these dudes blowing it up out of proportion because you said you remember him, 8 or 9 year old. You remember him when he used to cry a lot, and then look at him now. He praised him. He was giving him praise. And if somebody said that about Errol Spence, like, oh, I remember Errol Spence crying all the time when he was 8 or 9 years old, how would I take it? Because I seen somebody say something. Oh, I wouldn't take it as no hate. I'll be like, damn.
He was a kid.
That fucking 8 or 9 year old turned out to be a monster.
And this is my thing, though, Keon. You can get a better story out of a great narrative to turn the motherfucking negative, bro. You can do great wonders by saying Errol Spence praising Virgil Ortiz than saying Errol Spence is hating on Virgil Ortiz. But we all know a bunch of miserable motherfuckers in this world who closet is dirty as fuck, who ain't even cleaned out their own shit. They got to sit up and misery love company, bro. And that's why it's kind of shameful to see the Ortizes react the way they reacted to that situation when they turned the fucking ant situation into an elephant situation. It's nothing to be said about that shit. Even the motherfucker who was interviewing him didn't even say nothing like, wow, Earl, would you say that about Virgil? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just crazy, man.
And I mean, I can understand if he had been like, oh yeah, Virgil Ortiz, he you know what I'm saying? He was just a little crybaby ass kid,
Stop tasting off my name. He keeps saying my name.
He was just a little crybaby ass kid running around crying all the time, trying to clout chase. That's how y'all try to make it seem like that he said it. And it wasn't even like that. So I mean, you got certain fighters that, like I was saying before, you got certain fighters that people are just gonna hate. Right? The people are going to take any little thing that they say, they're going to blow it up, and they're going to use that as a stepping stone to spend hours of their day to bash them and talk shit about. And that's just what it is. And then you got a lot of the same people when you call them out on it. Oh, no, but I'm an Errol Spence fan. I like Errol Spence. Come on, man.
To cover it up, bro.
Yeah, to cover it up. Like, stop, for real. As far as is Virgil Ortiz, I've always said that he's one of my top up and coming fighters. I think he's a hell of a fighter. I think he's gonna do great things in boxing. I was actually just watching him train today. He got a great trainer. So I don't got nothing bad to say about the dude, but I think that he did come very disrespectful off of Errol Spence. He could have, he instead of letting the fans and people blow that shit up, he could have contacted Spence. Like, hey, well, why you had to say that? Like, why you say I was crying? He could have contacted him. But what I took it as is he was embarrassed about that situation. So, how do people react when they're embarrassed about something?
And why though? Like what? Like he got like it tarnished his legacy or some shit. Like they're saying that it knocked him down a grade of who he is or some shit.
Like, and that showed me your character. Like, you know what I'm saying? That you let that bother you? Like, come on now, let's really talk about this. Like, you let that bother you? Like, come on, like that's me saying, like, hey, Money, Money Brown, he doing his thing on YouTube, like, you know what I'm saying? He got, doing interviews and shit. Like, damn, I remember when Money Brown was running around the playground with boogers in his nose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna let something like that really bother you? Like, you talking about, I remember Money when he was 4 years old. He was like, okay. He was 4. He a grown man now. Like,
they just see the negative. Don't see the positive. Don't see the positive. They just see the negative shit. It ain't even negative at the end of the day.
They just take a small part, blow it up, but fail to mention you could have talked about, hey, damn, he gave Virgil Ortiz a lot of props. He said Virgil was putting on for the city. And this and that. But you failed to mention any of that, and you making posts about all of this. And then but I knew when I heard that interview, Money, I knew that certain people was gonna take that and make a post out of it and blow it up. As soon as I got on Facebook, the first post that I saw was that, and I'm like, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because I know from certain fighters they're gonna take anything they can find. But D Speed says that might be Ortiz's character though. Spence said he was the crybaby. Ortiz probably mad emotional. But like I said, I like Ortiz. But D Speed, you made a you made a really good point. You made a really good point because you making yourself look emotional if you respond in that way. Instead of just ignoring it, like, okay, now I'm knocking everybody the fuck out, and what? You know what I'm saying? But you responding the way that you responding, it makes it like, okay, well, maybe you is hella emotional. I don't know.
Now we know you was crying when you was little. Look how you reacting, shit.
Yeah, like, I mean, and then a lot of and then I also heard people saying that Spence is lying. His daddy said that he never cried in the gym. I've never seen no kid boxing from the age that he's been boxing never cry in the gym. That's a fucking lie. I ain't never seen no kid come up from when he started boxing. I mean, probably 6, 5, 6, whatever, and never cry in the gym.
You ever see Mikey Garcia say he used to cry when he used to fight in the gym?
Yeah, like so for people to say, oh, Errol Spence just made that up. He never cried in the gym. Like his daddy talked to like his daddy. I don't, come on now. What would Errol Spence get out of making up? Okay, Errol Spence is way up here. Most people don't even know Virgil Ortiz yet. Can we all agree on that? Most people don't even know Virgil Ortiz yet. Everybody know who Errol Spence is. What is Errol Spence going to get out of making up a story saying that he used to cry in the gym when he was a little kid and just make it up and it never happened? Like, does that even sound like it makes sense? Come on now. Like, some of y'all is just comedians. For real. Some of y'all just comedians. My nigga KG Alexander, he says the niggas is salty and emotional about straight facts. Yeah, like, but he wasn't even saying in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like he was in the heat of conversation. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of in the heat of conversation, and basically like, like, damn, I'm surprised that same kid that used to cry all the time in the gym is now destroying shit in boxing.
In position to be one of the best fighters in boxing that may arguably become a world champion.
Yeah, he gonna become a world champion. Unless something tragic happened, but other than that, of course he's gonna become a world champion. So like he didn't take it as a dig, but like I said, if you get on these boxing groups money, you'll see they took this, hey, and they running with this. They running with it.
I already know a few cats want boxing already. I know they
make sense.
I know they coming with something.
Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Javier Gerardo says, why isn't anyone doing live boxing with just fighting? Hey, that's a great idea. You can start your own show, Javier, and do live boxing with just fighters. I just answered that. Problem solved. And I'll come and support you too. Let me know when you start up your own show and do live boxing with just fighters. But to answer your question, my boy Money Brown, he do a lot of subscribe to his channel on YouTube because he have a lot of fighters that he do interviews with. I
got a lot of interviews with fighters. Go over and check him out.
Yeah, go check out his channel. He got a lot of interviews on YouTube where he doing that. And like I said, once again, hit my like button, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Everything Boxing. Go to YouTube, type in Everything Boxing and subscribe to the channel, and go to Money Brown TV, and subscribe to his channel too on YouTube. And Javier Gerardo, yeah, and like I said, if you come up with a show, Javier, I'm gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? But my boy Money Brown, if you looking for live interviews with the fighters, he doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all of that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be doing it. I just ain't got there yet. If you go look at my archives, I did a great interview with Clarissa Shields last year. But he doing it. So yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. And one other thing I want to touch on, one other thing I do want to touch on, I'm gonna throw out there is one thing that Spence did say, he talked about Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman. And this how really is. He just said straight out. He told straight out, like, hey, he said that he fucked with Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao because they real, on and off camera. He says that he don't fuck with Keith Thurman, period. Yeah, and Danny Garcia. He also gave praise to Danny Garcia, and he says that he's, talked with Danny Garcia on several occasions also, and Danny Garcia seems to be a real genuine type of person. But he says that your boy Keith Thurman, he said Keith Thurman's a fake. He says that he don't like Keith Thurman. He says that Keith Thurman is fake. He says that he's not even worried about fighting Keith Thurman no more because when Keith Thurman had a chance to give him a shot, Keith Thurman never gave him a shot. And he says that basically Keith Thurman is fake. And what I think he means by Keith Thurman being fake, I think that he feels that Keith Thurman acts a certain way off camera and then act a different way on camera. So he don't like that. He also talked about Shawn Porter. He says that Shawn Porter be acting fake too. He said he ain't really feeling Shawn Porter like that. And it's crazy because I remember him and Shawn Porter, they had a real good cordial relationship before the fight. But from his eyes, I think he believes that he sees a change in Shawn Porter, that Shawn Porter be faking the funk sometimes. And Errol Spence, he just the type of dude, he gonna let you know he don't like you. He gonna let you know. He gonna if he's asked about it, he's gonna let it be known. And so, what you think about that? Him saying that, Money.
Could you repeat that again? I got something I want to play too on a hater. I ain't gonna show his face, but there no is not here. But could you repeat that again one time?
I said, what you think about, when EJ when he came out and he just basically told how he felt about Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter.
Real as fuck. Like, I mean, um, this ain't nothing we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something that we didn't know. On the simple fact of um when he knew Keith Thurman got the plan with him and shit when he was trying to fight him, and he kept pushing the date back and using his injury, this, that, and the third, and then say one thing, then say the next. You know what I mean? It started showing. Even when Earl walked up on him in the interview and Keith, try to touch him, he like, nah, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? With Shawn Porter and his daddy, they avoided him as well. You know what I'm saying? Business wise, I would say that. I ain't gonna say they was afraid, but they feel like it was a high risk, a low reward. I knew what they was looking at. They waited to Earl become the money man. And after he became the money man, Kenny Porter couldn't stop saying his fucking name. Shawn Porter, when they fought, tried to play like he was fucking Floyd Mayweather. When you came on my show and you said this and that, Kenny Porter, I trained with Earl everywhere. I took him to Russia. I took him here. I took him there. Earl was my guy. I show Earl this. I show Earl that. Earl did this. Earl did that. I looked at the situation as Kenny Porter wanted his son to be in the position that Errol Spence was in, and he was a little jealous about it.
Yeah.
He was a little jealous about it. Earl beat the man that took the belt from your son. You know what I'm saying? You took the belt from my St. Louis brother, Devin Alexander. You beat Paulie Malignaggi. Then you went up against motherfucking Kell Brook, and you got jabbed to fucking death. I admit, after I watched it the second time, I thought he did better than what I thought in the first fight, but he still lost. And for Earl to go over to the UK and beat the motherfucker who beat Shawn Porter and was calling out Shawn Porter and things like that, Virgil felt some type of way. I mean, I made plenty of videos not Virgil, Kenny Porter felt some type of way. I made plenty of videos of Kenny Porter hating on Errol Spence, talking about Al didn't want him to fight his son. What have Earl done? Shawn Porter, nobody is ducking Errol Spence. Me and Keith Thurman is the best in the division. Earl hasn't done anything, this, that, and the third. So when you throwing salt on a man's name, people not gonna forget that. Now that's real salt. It's not saying, Earl Spence was a little crybaby when he was a kid. They threw real salt and tried to stall his career.
They did, and I'm gonna tell you one other thing. They was ducking Errol Spence for a long time. See, they didn't agree to fight Errol Spence until Errol Spence got real big after the Mikey Garcia fight, right?
They had no choice but to fight him.
And when Errol Spence was terrorizing everybody, the proof, I still got the receipts, okay? Shawn Porter daddy, Kenny Porter, I fuck with Kenny Porter because every time, he showed me love, we chop it up every time we see each other. But this is the truth. Kenny Porter, he came, he did a live interview on Dante's Boxing Nation, right? And Kenny Porter said, well, I mean, why we got to fight for a belt? This is when Errol Spence had the IBF and Shawn Porter had the WBC, right? I think Shawn Porter had just won the WBC. When Shawn Porter just had won the WBC, right?
From Danny Garcia?
Yeah, from Danny Garcia, right? And Kenny Porter says, well, I mean, we not ducking Errol Spence, but I mean, if we gonna fight, why don't we just fight for bragging rights? Why any titles got to be on the line? We could just do a non-title fight. What? Huh? What? You a non-title fight? So this man is the IBF champion. You the WBC champion, but you want your son to fight him and do a non-title fight? This man, I mean, I can't make this up. That's what he said.
He's so slick, bro. He always trying to say, when he was talking about Keith Thurman, when he talking about Errol Spence, this I know Kenny be trying to save his ass. We can do a 2-fight deal. We can sign for the first fight and we can sign for the rematch right off the bat. Because he have doubt that his son gonna lose, bro.
Yeah,
so he wants a rematch right off the bat.
And that, when I seen that let me know, like, damn, he really has been ducked. I already knew before, but that just solidified that Shawn Porter or Kenny Porter. I don't know. I'm not gonna put that on Shawn Porter because I think Kenny Porter kind of make the decisions. It got a lot to do with making the decisions, but it let me know that Kenny didn't really want Shawn to fight Errol Spence. But then when they seen Errol Spence come into the Mikey Garcia fight, and they seeing all of the money that he generated, all of the buzz that he got. They wanted to be in that limelight, and also they seen that they looked at Errol Spence and they like, okay, well, damn, we don't see that he's the same as he was when we, the same fighter that he was that we've been running for years. Now, shit, ain't no better time to beg and take this fight because we're gonna get paid more than we ever have. We're gonna be able to be on pay-per-view. We're gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, have all of his fans watch us, our fans, all of the casual fans, and shit, and now we might got a chance to beat him now. And so, they try to wait for the right time. It didn't work, but what it is what it is.
Let's not forget, I know if it's a question. Let's not forget Kenny Porter and that shit on Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia fight, talking about they going to go do 75,000, 50,000, 25,000. He went that bitch there 400 plus. Yee.
Exactly.
In the face.
Exactly.
Let me play this on Virgil Ortiz's behalf and get right to it, bro.
Okay, go ahead. So he finna play something on Virgil Ortiz for y'all.
A hater of Errol Spence. That's what I mean by people that's crazy and delusional.
Oh, this a fan?
You'll know it is when you hear the voice.
Okay.
I don't understand why Virgil think he's 2 years away. However they handle his career, that's how they handle his career. I'm just speaking this on the podcast right now. I think Virgil Ortiz Jr. right now, he ready for anybody. Whether he any champion or anybody period, whether he win or not, that's yet to be determined. But do I think right now where he at in his career, can he go in there and possibly beat any one of them champions? Absolutely. I do. I think he's ready right now. I mean, I've been in the gym with both of them. Errol Spence Jr. and Virgil Ortiz Jr. They have two of some of the craziest work ethics I've ever seen, right?
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. For somebody to come out, right, and to say, and it's just real talk, to say that Virgil Ortiz is ready for Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, Shawn Porter, even a fucking Daniel Garcia is absolutely absurd, bro. Who has, like, I know my man Keon is a resume guy, but if I seen somebody become a champion, handcuffs are off. If they become a champion at 13, 14, 15 fights, you the champ. You deserve to fight. Virgil Ortiz has done what he's supposed to do against the fighter he's supposed to do it against. How the fuck? I don't even think he fought at 147 yet. A real contender for you to say he's ready. And he was really basing that to Errol Spence Jr. Ready for a fucking the king of boxing, in my opinion, the king of the welterweight division. You got to be fucking observant to throw that kid in there with 15 fights or 16 fights because he got X amount of knockouts and say he's ready for Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? So that just alone just show you how delusional people is. It show you the hate that people got towards Errol Spence when they once had so much love for Errol Spence, he couldn't do no wrong, but now Earl ain't fucking with him no more. Now Virgil Ortiz is ready for Errol Spence. Come on, man. Please stop the comment. Please stop the comment.
Nah, you couldn't throw Virgil Ortiz in there. He's 15-0 with 15 knockouts. Okay, the notable fighter, the most notable fighter that he's ever beat was Mauricio Herrera, right? Mauricio Herrera got 8 losses. He 28 wins and 8 losses. Mauricio Herrera, or 24 wins and 8 losses. Mauricio Herrera, right? So that's the only notable fighter that Virgil Ortiz has fought right now. So yeah, the kid is gonna be great. He's gonna go on to do great things. But to say that he's ready for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter and those guys, nah. Put him in there with let me see. Put him in there. Who would be a good opponent to put Virgil Ortiz in there right now with to see how far he's gotten.
I still say this with the prospects that's up and coming like Virgil Ortiz, even Boots Ennis. I still like to see them go against somebody. If they talking about 147, Olecito Lopez. You got Thomas Delorme out there. You got Jamal James out there who up and coming. You have
Ray Robinson.
You got Sammy Vargas. I mean, you got a few fighters out there that they can test themselves against that's in the top 15, top 20.
You got Lipinets. Shit.
It's gonna be a struggle with Lipinets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put him in there with somebody like Lipinets. He can go if he can go get through Lipinets and walk through Lipinets like that, then he might be ready. But we can't say that he's ready for them top guys if he ain't never fought nobody near that level. Like,
do you think he's ready for Ugas yet?
Ugas? No, I think Ugas is right there with Spence and
exactly. I don't even think they're ready for Ugas.
Yeah, like Ugas is at that level with Shawn Porter and them. You know, so I mean, you got to put him in. Oh shit! Mauricio Herrera Mauricio Herrera is 24 wins with 9 losses. I do think that he beat Danny Garcia. You know, but shit, that was in 2014. You know what I'm saying? That was over 6 years ago when he fought Danny Garcia. So the man is way out of his prime. He's lost 4 out of his last 6 fights. Okay, Mauricio Herrera has lost 4 out of his last 6 fights. So, like I said before, like Money told you, I go off of who you beat. You know, and not taking nothing away from Virgil Ortiz because he's a hell of a fighter, but to say that he's ready to be in there right now with Errol Spence, no. Virgil Ortiz, he told you he's not going to be ready for 2 years. And that's one thing I do like about the kid. He's honest. He's honest. He's telling you he still ain't ready. But moving along, let me get through some of these comments. Let me see. D Hodges, LDBC, off in the building. What's good with it?
Salute D Hodges.
Jamie Batchelor off in the building. He said, we know that dude history with Errol. Yeah, we all know that. Mark Price says Boots Ennis will beat Spence right now. And what evidence do you have to even say something like that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Dudes will come in here and say some just off the wall shit. If you get on here and we debate, you're gonna get killed because you don't have nothing to back up for you to be able to say that Boots Ennis can beat Errol Spence. Nothing.
Who said that?
At all. Go ahead.
Man, Boots Ennis got almost the same fights as Errol Spence, and look where Errol at. Unified champion, goddamn me, undefeated, the king of the welterweight division, arguably the king of boxing. Been on pay-per-view twice, did great numbers, millions of dollars in the bank, being chased by everybody in the welterweight division. Are you talking about he can beat Errol Spence with almost the same amount of fights? 2 different fucking levels, man. I like Ennis, but once again, Ennis got to step up and show me that he can beat somebody as well, because he haven't beat nobody notable himself. If he'd have won the championship back then, I give him credit, but he don't have a title. So once again, to Ennis, Riverside Rocky, Thomas Delorme, Sergey Lipinets, Ray Robinson, Jamal James, you know what I'm saying? They're out there waiting for somebody like you. Let's see if he can get past the Ugas before you talking about Errol Spence Jr. Yeah, bro.
Let me see. Okay. Cesar says that Ortiz put on a solid performance against Solomon. Yeah, he did. He looked great. To me, he's looked great in basically all his fights. He got 15 wins, 15 knockouts. But at the same time, like I said before, who has Solomon beat? Okay. Solomon just lost his last fight too, right? He lost to Virgil Ortiz and he lost to Alexis Rocha. So, I mean, it's who you beat. I mean, who is Solomon? Who is Brad Solomon? No disrespect to Brad Solomon, but excuse me, who can you point out and tell me that he beat for him to be put on the pedestal like, oh shit, Virgil Ortiz just beat Brad Solomon. You know, that's all we got to go off. If it's who you fought and who you beat. So, you know, let's just keep it 100. Nobody ain't knocking Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, like I said, he's a young beast. I like him a lot. He's exciting to watch, and I think he's gonna do great things in the sport of boxing. But you can't put him on the level of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter and all those guys yet. He's not there yet. He'll be there. Like he said, he'll be there. Ashley's Corner off in the building.
Ashley Ash, what's up,
Hey,
baby?
with it, Queen, how you doing?
This man said, Errol Spence Jr. is already past his prime. If you think that car accident didn't already save off a few fights from his career, you're sadly mistaken. You cats is crazy as look.
Accident shaved years off of a man's career when he didn't have no broken bones. All he did, he had some broken teeth that he had been and got fixed. I mean, he had some scarring on his face. How did that shave years off of his career? I don't understand. You got to make that shit make sense.
Can I say this? When he supposed to fight in January, and he was going to fight in July, August, but the coronavirus gonna push it back to September, October. So he had an accident, but he's still fighting the same year that he's supposed to fight in. But it shaved careers off his fight, and you haven't even seen the man in the ring yet to see how he's gonna perform. So, y'all boys, man, like I say, you probably was one of the motherfuckers that saying Errol Spence was done and over with after the crash. He ain't gonna be able to fight again ever in his life. He crippled, he done, he blind, he got no feet. His arm is cut off, his leg is cut off. They hold him in a hybrid chamber. He on Mars some damn where. We don't know where yet right now. They clone Errol Spence. Man, sit the fuck down somewhere, man.
Hey, that shit. Hey, man, some of these dudes, they'll just say anything. Like I said, Cesar said Spence is in his prime right now. And Spence said himself, he said he ain't even at his best. He said, but y'all, when he come back, he gonna be better than what y'all seen him as. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it. All he got to do is get in there and do it. So it's a lot more to come. One other thing I do want to cook on before I get up off of here, Money, is Spence was asked about, you know, basically showing his character. That, you know, the guy that was interviewing him from PBC, he said, you know, he saw Spence show his character, like his personality more when he got at Shawn Porter. When he was going back and forth with Shawn Porter, and the dude was like, you know, I was surprised. I hadn't really seen that out of you. And Spence was like, yeah, you know, guys like Adrian Broner and Robert Easter and Tank Davis, like, they know my real personality. They know who I am. Like, you know, I'm a dude that basically like that talk shit and joke around a lot. And he said one thing that probably people didn't really catch, right? He said that when he comes back, when everything get back to popping, he said people really gonna see who he is. And what I took that as is I took him as, you know, sitting down with guys like maybe, you know, Adrian Broner or Al Hammond or looking at different guys that got big personalities. And I think that he gonna come out. And you know what I'm saying? You remember how when Mayweather came out with the Money Mayweather persona? You know what I'm saying? And he just took his whole career to that to a whole nother level. He started talking more shit, getting on cam, doing more flamboyant shit. And I think we're gonna see not the same just like that, but I think we're gonna see Errol Spence come out with his persona, the big EJ, and I think he's gonna be more, you know, just more have a lot more charisma, show a lot more of his personality, and you know, to take his career to the next level. Because if you look at the blueprint of what a lot of these fighters have done, you know, that's been able to make, you know, to make it real big in boxing. Look at okay, so Andre Ward, he was never like that. And we could all agree that Andre Ward should have been a huge mega superstar. But Floyd Mayweather, right? You can compare Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather, right? Similar type of style. But one had the charisma, the character, and one really didn't, right? And I think Errol Spence, he's looking and he's learning because he want to be the biggest superstar in boxing, right? You got look at Roy Jones. Roy Jones was a huge personality. So if you go back in time and look at the fighters that's really been able to, make a lot of money and take it to that next level, most of them had big personalities. And I think we're gonna see a whole different Errol Spence. It's gonna be, who he really is. He ain't gonna be hiding nothing. And he basically said that by when he said that when people gonna see who he really is when he come back. And go ahead and cook on that. What you think about that, Money?
I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say when people think you down at your worst, everybody show who they really is. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of people true characters and shit. You see how people switch up on you. And sometimes when you see certain things, you see how people talk about you. You see how motherfuckers they quick to jump to conclusion. Everybody putting out the picture of his face. Everybody calling him this, that, and the third. Your fucking mentality goes up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, so yeah, oh, so this is what they think about me. Oh, this, that, and the third. Oh, they think I'm done. This. Oh, okay. All right. So in your head, sometimes it can be a blessing in disguise because you really see who just bandwagons. You see the motherfuckers who are around just to see if you can do something for him. And like you said, he been who he is already. He just kept it on the down low. You know what I'm saying? For you coming up in the game, you don't want to rub people the wrong way. But if you really pay attention to Errol Spence, and if you really, really pay attention to him, how he take up for his brothers, how he say y'all always going for the blacks, no matter who it is. How he said brothers need to stick together when Jamal Charlo and Adrian Broner was beefing. How he say now he talking to both of them. How he took up a Tank. How he say going for Deontay Wilder no matter what. How he said Black Lives Matter. How he said how he took up for police brutality. If you really pay attention to him over the years, you will know what type of dude he is. You'll see that he a stand up, stump down dude, true to the heart, bro. All solid, no shake, as my dude Junior Truth would say. All solid, no shake, and he ain't changing up for nothing. He ain't changing up for nothing. And now, when you 30, I'm 33, Keon. You know where you at. When we hit our 30s, bro, we grown men. It's like, man, fuck what somebody think about us. Fuck how somebody feel about us.
I'm
Man,
damn near. I'm pushing 40.
exactly. You comfortable in your skin, bro.
Yeah.
You living how you want to live. How am I gonna come? Knowing I did the shit I did, Keon. My closet so fucked up and dirty. My background, I ain't gonna even get into it. But knowing I did the shit that I did in life, for me to come and say, "Hey, Keon, come on, bro. Why you living like that, man? Come on, man. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Keon, you should do this. How the fuck I'm gonna tell another grown man how to live their life? You know what I'm saying? When I know half of these motherfuckers is fucked up in the head and ain't living right themselves. So he man, look, Earl watch everything, bro. Like you say, he been back on YouTube watching fights, looking at what people saying. He been on Instagram. I've been letting him know who been shitting on him. He been throwing shots at them. So it's out to I'm a grown man. I am who I am. I'm the king of this shit. I'm making my money regardless. Regardless, I'm making my money. But you want to see me win or lose. So at the end of the day, I'm not for the sugarcoat shit. I'm not to get up here in front of these cameras and lie. I'm not going to try to put on a certain persona. I'm not going to do this. I'm thankful I got a second chance at life. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to live my life the way I want to live my life. Only person I owe something to is my family and my two little girls. I don't owe nobody shit. Whether you're a fan or not, I appreciate the love from the fans. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it without the fans. You deserve to get the fans a great fight. But for us, your personal life, bro, you don't owe nobody shit. Can't nobody tell you how to live your life when you're a grown-ass man. And you raising two little girls. You taking care of your family. You the breadwinner in the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you ain't too big enough and people can't tell you shit in your family. But what can an outside motherfucker tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And you don't know my lifestyle. You using defamation of character. You just saying shit that ain't true. You ain't got no facts behind it. But I'm supposed to sit up here and listen to you and live my life a certain way to please you. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, he just Errol Spence now. He gonna get his money regardless. This Errol Spence will make history. This Errol Spence will go on and beat everybody at 147 and go to 154 and make more history. You know what I mean? So all the naysayers, all the haters, keep on hating, keep on saying that shit. It ain't nothing but added motivation. Y'all making that man more hungry to prove a point. And when you wake up a sleepy giant, it ain't shit you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do about it. And y'all motherfuckers woke up a sleepy giant, bro. Quarantine, Corona, then woke up a sleepy giant. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm rocking with him regardless of what's going on. I really don't bash no fighters when they in a certain situation. That ain't my style because, like I say, I'm from the streets. I know too much shit and I know how hard it is. But them man's living out their dreams, bro. They making millions of dollars. They living their life. And all peace, love, a healthy lifestyle to them. And I'm going to rock with them until the end, bro.
Yeah, real shit. And you know, shit, I mean, like he said, and one other thing he did say for everybody that said, "Oh, he ain't gonna stay at 147 too long." The man said that he's going to stay. You better get. He said he guaranteed he gonna stay at 147 until he become undisputed. He said that he got to cut a leg off to make the weight. He gonna cut a leg off, so he ain't going nowhere. So with that being said, I think he knows that he is going to have to take his focus in his drive and his training, everything up to the next level, and he ready. Hey, I'm telling y'all, he gonna take it to the next level. I can see it in his eyes, and you know, it's all up to him now to prove everybody wrong, and that's what he really doing it for now, to shut everybody up and to prove everybody wrong. It's giving him added motivation. Let me see. Let me see what y'all. I'm gonna get to some of y'all comments. Ashley's Corner said that she loved the interview. She says Errol said everything I wanted to hear. Everybody in trouble, including their trainers. Hey, that's real shit. Says that Spence is in his prime right now.
75% of these niggas in the chat, bro.
Huh?
I say Ashley more Triller and realer than 75% of them.
Oh yeah, I fuck with Ashley's Corner heavy. Shout out to Ashley's Corner and the whole LDBC. KP from KC5 says Bud did an interview with Coogan from IFL, and he said Manny, Errol, Danny, and Keith is who he wants besides Kel if Kel is next. He said Shawn gonna have a hard time getting a fight. I don't think they want to fight Shawn. But you know, yeah, like I mean, we know that though. We know he been saying the guys that he want to fight, but we just need to see him fight one of those guys. Out of all them dudes that he named, and Kell Brook included, he got to fight one of them dudes, because if he come out with another foreigner or some dude that we don't know about, I don't think ain't nobody gonna accept that shit. Ain't nobody gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? Jakeem Muhammad says Spencer's just entering his prime. He's the top welterweight and the only shares the stage with Crawford. He says Ennis is a credible contender, but not elite until he fights the top three of the grouping: Crawford, Pack, or Porter. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, to get to that next level, you got to beat somebody on that next level. You can't just sit here and get in my face and tell me, oh, well, he's there. He can beat that guy now. Because, nah, Spence had to do it. Spence, you know, everybody was shitting on Spence until he, you know, showed that he was on that level when he went out there in the UK and put a whooping on Brook. Everybody got to fight somebody to get to that to that level.
Facts.
You can't just, you know what I'm saying? You got to prove to me you on that level. KP from KC5 says the hatred they showed to Kaepernick for kneeling should have let you know where these people would take it. Yeah, that's real shit. I mean, see, I've been said that. I done said that a million times before, you know. And one other thing is, you know, money. You know you on the next level. You know you that shit. You know when you got everybody hating on you. That's how you know when you didn't reach that next level of stardom. When you got motherfuckers hating on you for no reason.
The Mayweather syndrome.
Yeah, when you got people hating on you for no reason. So he there. You know, as long as y'all hating on him, we know that, you know, he there to achieve greatness.
Ain't got no facts behind it or nothing. Can't come with no real points, no valid points.
A hater's biggest fear is to see the dude that they hate on, you know what I'm saying? Coming and just keep coming and you know,
and being successful
time after time. They hate that shit. That shit eat them alive. They can't stand it. D Gray throwing the towel TV says, who did Garcia or Lamont Peterson fight to earn a Spence fight? Those gentlemen had 0 wins at 147, but shouldn't be froze out is all I'm saying.
You gotta look at can I say this, Keon? You gotta look at the time why Spence fought them. When Spence fought Lamont Peterson, guess what happened? Danny Garcia didn't answer the phone. Shawn Porter didn't answer the phone. Keith Thurman didn't answer the phone. Nobody wanted to fight him. Lamont Peterson stepped up, relinquished the WBA the regular title
Facts.
that he won. He relinquished that belt and stepped up and fought Errol Spence. All you got to do is go watch the fucking interviews. Go look at the interviews. He said Mikey Garcia. When you look at Mikey Garcia, nobody wanted to fight him. Mikey Garcia called out his name. Mikey Garcia at that time was undefeated on the pound for pound list. Mikey Garcia had a hell of a fan base. He brought a lot of money to the table. It ain't like Earl went out hunting for Mikey Garcia. Mikey came hunting for Errol Spence Jr. So if you can't get a big name at that time, Mikey Garcia was a hell of a name, a big fucking name, very creditable, but y'all to take it away from him. But if Mikey would have went in that motherfucking dropped Earl or did some shit like that, he'd got all the credit in the world. But Earl went in there and dominated a pound for pound fighter, just like Mayweather came back and dominated Marquez, a pound for pound fighter. Yeah.
Mikey Garcia was number 4 on the pound for pound list. Everybody, y'all must have forgot. Hey, everybody act like they got amnesia and forgot that Mikey Garcia was number 4 on the pound for pound list at that time.
Look, they'll say this. Oh, he came up 2 weight classes. No, he was a champion at 140, so he actually came up 1 weight class. Miss me with the bullshit. So that's why he fought those fighters. And look what he did at the Cowboy Stadium. Look at the crowd they brought. Look at the money he made. Look at the recognition he got. It's all playing chess out on this motherfucker. And he's still trying to fight the best versus the best, and only certain people stepping up. So now now how can you rebuttal that? What you got to rebuttal that?
Money. We got a dude in the comments talking about he calling you out. His name Brian Bland.
Brian Bland.
He said he calling you out, and then he just put another comment. He said Keith Thurman will stop Errol Spence. Dude is he's
tell me sound like a troll right now.
Yeah, that's that shit. He ain't got no picture on his he on YouTube. He ain't got no picture on his profile though.
Yeah, we don't debate amateurs, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. You gonna get on here, you gonna get killed. You gonna get ate alive.
Exactly. Just by that comment right there, you'll get slapped in your damn face.
Ashley's Corner said Errol said he's gonna wash Bud. Errol thinks he has. She said Errol think he have another chance at life. She says he's here for a reason, and he knows now it's over for everyone, and he will be undisputed. Hey, I'm feeling that. I agree with you. Like I said, everybody got their own opinion, but everybody know where I stand. I done said it I've been saying it for years now. Errol Spence will fuck up Terence Crawford, and I'm a Terence Crawford fan, but that's just how I feel about it. I've always felt that way, and I can't wait till they fight.
Look, I'm a Terence Crawford fan, and I like the fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a history fight. It's gonna be a legacy fight. But like I always say, when it comes down to it, I don't think Terence Bud Crawford got more grit than Errol Spence. If y'all want to say 50-50 skill wise, when tough get going and the going get tough, I just feel like Errol Spence got more grit. I feel like he's been in the more grittiest fights at 147, and experience still played key. Even though Terence Crawford did what he did, Errol Spence is solid. He can take a punch. You know what I mean? People will get pissed off when Errol say Main Machine hurt Crawford and got bored her neck. Go back to the Ghana boy. You know what I mean? Lotte. But who has hurt Errol Spence after Lotte? That's what you got to ask yourself. Has Errol Spence ever been rocked after Lotte? No. Kell Brook hit him with some good shots, but he wasn't rocked or buzzed or anything. Nobody has rocked Errol Spence after that. So that showed you he got stronger with the chin. His balance is stronger. He's stronger as a grown man. And we seen Terence Crawford get dropped by Mean Machine, and we seen him get rocked by the one-legged boy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, my bad. This dude definitely. See, I wasn't seeing his comments because I wasn't looking at the comments on YouTube, and he definitely a troll. He in here talking real greasy.
Yeah, we don't deal with trolls.
Yeah, he a troll. We don't deal with trolls. Like I said, put your face up. Put your face up. Matter of fact,
put some money up too. You got to put some money up now.
Man, anyway, like I said, but you know what money I was thinking the other day. I'm like, 2017 was a great year in boxing, right?
Oh,
2017 was the shit. We ain't had a year like that. See, I thought that
2013. Don't forget about 2013. That was like one of the greatest years in boxing.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, like within these past, 5 years. 2017, we had Errol Spence killed Brook. We had Joshua when he went over there and fought Klitschko. We had Kovalev Ward. What else we had in 2017? Man, we had some great fights in 2017. If we
Man,
get another year like that,
that bitch was stacked, bro.
2017 was stacked. After 2017, I was like, God damn. I thought after 2017, all of these guys was, gonna line up and boxing was gonna be like it was in the 80s again, So now that this pandemic has happened, when boxing gets started back, hey, they need to put on. They need to surpass what 2017 was from here on out. And a lot of fighters have been saying that. A lot of fighters been saying that they think these fighters are gonna start fighting each other. You seen Devin Haney? Devin Haney, he looked like he hit up Lomachenko in his inbox and told him like, shit, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing that Teofimo Lopez is kind of backing out or having won't sign the contract or something like that. Like, shit, what's up? Fight me then. What you think about that, man? Before I get off, what you think about Lomachenko against the young bull Devin Haney?
Man, look, Devin on everybody ass. He want to prove we great. You know what I'm saying? Like the big bro black fight fans say, chances make champions. Now, with that being said, I'm going for Devin Haney, but I still make Lomachenko the favorite in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I love Devin. Skillful as fuck. Got the jab, got the footwork, got the speed, high IQ. But at the same time, I know when you fight Lomachenko, you have to be more than a boxer to beat that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more than box because that's his specialty. You get in that motherfucker, try to box with Lomachenko, that's his specialty. But nonetheless, Devin can box. He got a great fucking jab. He got great speed. He can deal with angles. It's all about, can he deal with Lomachenko footwork? Can he cut the ring off at times? Can he be aggressive at times, being a big 135-pounder? What happened if you can't hit Lomachenko? Do you get frustrated? Do you remember to go to the body? Because Lomachenko is a fucking, he's a veteran. He's a veteran, bro. And after he outboxed Gary Russell, and I don't care what Gary Russell say, you got your ass outboxed, homie. It wasn't no slippage. It wasn't none of that. Just give him his credit.
Hey, Gary, my dude. Hey, tread lightly. Hey, but I agree with you. I agree. He made my dude look bad. He made Gary look bad. But
Gary got fast hands. So, Devin got to get in there. He got to show that he can be aggressive at times, but in certain spots. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, Lomachenko showed us he can be dropped. Lomachenko showed us he can get frustrated and argue with his pops. We've seen these things. He showed us he can be bullied. At 135, Devin Haney is bigger. You know what I'm saying? Is you smarter, though? That's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be a high-class chess match. I'm rolling with Devin 100% all the way. Win, lose, or draw. But I lean towards Lomachenko and winning that fight.
Cesar, I got some. I got you. I got you. When I make some more, I'll shoot you one. I got you, my dude. But yeah, man, I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Everybody know that I've been saying this for a long time, and I got a chance to meet Devin Haney. I got a chance to actually chop it up with his pops, man. Bill Haney, he trill as hell.
And let me throw this in there, Keon. I'm sorry. I did an interview with Mickey Bay, who working with Devin Haney right now. They both come up under the Mayweather gym. Mickey said a lot of good shit in that interview. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Mickey a lot. You know what I'm saying? So Mickey saying he looking good as fuck and he hungry, bro. So y'all go check that interview out with Mickey Bay, who training with Devin Haney right now. He is part of a head coach with Devin Haney right now. They working good together too, bro. They getting it in.
Yeah, Devin Haney is gonna be a fucking problem. I'm telling y'all, the man, he trained like a beast. He stay focused 150% of the time. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he do, is get his little females on the side, get his drives on the side. But other than that, Devin Haney is he on another level. He's well above his years and maturity and all of that. And one thing I gotta say is, but I do, if they fought right now, right, I would have to favor Lomachenko because I can't sit here, right? I can't sit on this platform and say one thing about Virgil Ortiz and Ennis and tell you that they gotta beat a opponent on that next level and then say something different when it comes to somebody that I'm a huge fan of. So I gotta keep it, 150 straight down the middle. Yeah, I mean, I would have to favor Lomachenko because for me to put my money on Devin Haney, even though I know he got all the skills in the world and he a hell of a young fighter, I need to see him beat somebody. I would like to see him in there with a Luke Campbell or Javier Fortuna. If he can watch them, then maybe he can convince me that he's ready to beat Lomachenko right now. But I can't just sit there and tell you that he can beat a guy like Lomachenko. People underestimate Lomachenko is one of the greatest skillful fighters that I ever seen. Like some of the shit that he do, we don't see that. We only see that. I mean, how often do we see that? Once every 20 years?
I said, if you watch a Lomachenko fight and you say you don't like the way that man fight, you ain't a boxing fan. You're a damn liar.
You know what I'm saying? We see a fighter come along, once every 20 years? But like Lomachenko with the skills that he got.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say his skills blew me out the water like I never seen it before. I was impressed to see him do it, how he do it. But like
his feet work though.
But I still seen that in Floyd and Terence Crawford and Andre Ward. It's just in a different way. He do it at a high pace. They do it at a smart range and distance. But to me, angles is angles. Lomachenko just do it at a high pace. So he can frustrate your ass.
And he'll put angles on you and he'll tap you, tap, and then he'll, you know what I'm saying? And the way that he know how to switch up speed and power on his punches, he'll tap you before he know it. He be to hit you with something hard, and then you know what I'm saying, move with an angle on you, come back around. Like a lot of the shit that he do remind me of Roy Jones when Roy was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that he do remind me of Roy when Roy was in his prime. He don't got power and shit like that, but I'm talking about the angles that he'll do, a lot of the little things that he do. And like I said, don't sleep on Lomo. Ashley's Corner says the only problem Haney will have is himself or his daddy. What you mean by that, Ashley? Or the power?
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna have to show something different for us walking him down with the power and taking chances. Because you're not just gonna, in my opinion, you're not just gonna out. If you do though, you're a bad motherfucker. And I ain't saying that Devin can't do it, but he got to show me.
Yeah, like I said, and I fuck with Lomachenko heavy. Like that's my dude. But if they fought, I'm gonna probably be rooting for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
I'm for Devin 100%. I'm
a root for Devin Haney. But if you ask me to put money on Devin Haney, I'm not finna do it.
I can't take that chance, champ.
I'm not gonna take that chance and put money on Devin Haney right now to beat Lomachenko. Now you give me another 2 fights. I'm not even gonna give it a time frame. Give me another, depending on even who he fight, maybe one more fight. And then I might change my mind, depending on who Devin Haney fight and how he look in that fight. You see what I'm saying?
Lomachenko stole the fucking Luke Campbell fight from him, though. That would have proved a lot.
Yeah, he did.
That would have proved a lot. But right now, now you got to wait for the winner of fucking Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna, where y'all can just give him his scrap back because nothing has happened now and he healed and he back now. So
yeah, they did some whole shit to him.
Huh?
They did. The WBC did some whole shit to.
I think we need to protest. Devin Haney should get his title back.
He shouldn't have never lost. They shouldn't have never took his title.
Facts, bro, because you don't know the extent of time that he was gonna be out. You just speculate.
Yeah.
Spence and Thurman been out longer than Devin, and they still got their titles. Just call a spade a spade.
Young Murder Cut Man said he turns dudes, then throws a slow 2, then a quick 3. That's how he got Rocky. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He be switching up speed and he switch up power on his shit at the same time. All doing it at the same time and giving you different angles. Like that should be nasty. Ashley's Corner says, who y'all got? Lopez versus Lomo. I got Lomo. Lopez don't have nothing to meet but a puncher's chance.
I got Lomo in that one too, Ash. But he got to prove to me. He got a shot. I give him a shot with the puncher chance too, but he got to prove to me too that he don't get frustrated because I seen like once he can't land his shot, he get the rushing himself. So even with him, he got to show me. Could he beat Loma? I think he could. He got that power. He explosive. He got speed. But we don't see him that good on defense. You know what I'm saying? His offense is his defense. And like I say, when you fighting something, and I actually like his style a little bit better because of the aggressiveness that he will take chances better than Devin Haney. If that's, you know what I'm saying, a valid point, because you got to try to rough Lomachenko up and piss him off. I think I think Teofimo will take that chance for Devin being a career boxer and a thinker. I think Teofimo, I ain't going to say sell out, but take more chances than Devin to try to land that shot on Lomachenko. So both of their fights going to be tough for Loma, but I edge Loma in both of them. But yeah. I'm rooting for Devin Haney, and with Lomachenko and Teofimo, may the best man win.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Devin Haney, but with Lomachenko and Teofimo, I'm going all the way for Lomo. Like I said, I fuck with Lomachenko. But the thing is, like I said, with the Teofimo Lopez fight, I strongly feel that people try to put Teofimo Lopez on a high pedestal when they seen him knock out Richard Comey. But then you got to go to the facts of who Richard Comey is. To me, Richard Comey, and I've said it plenty of times before on here. To me, Richard Comey was the perfect opponent for Teofimo Lopez to look great against, because Richard Comey is a guy that's gonna come straight forward. He's gonna bang with you, right? He don't have defense like that, and if he knock you out, of whoever get who first, and that's the type of fighter that Richard Comey is. You've seen Robert Easter beat Richard Comey at 130 pounds, right? You seen him and Robert Easter have a war, right? Now, can anybody say, and I fuck with Robert Easter, that's my guy, but can't nobody come on here and say that Robert Easter is near the level of Lomachenko? Like, he's just not. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody put too much of emphasis on Teofimo Lopez beating Richard Comey and knocking him out, when Richard Comey was the perfect style opponent for him to look like that and get the KO against. And not taking nothing away from Richard Comey, but I mean, that's just the fighter that he is. He gonna come straight forward, and that's the type of fighter that Teofimo Lopez is gonna look great against every time. Now, stepping in there with Lomachenko, that's a whole different type of fighter. He giving you angles. He switching up speed. He on his combinations. He giving you shit that you've never seen before. So you can't prepare for a Lomachenko fighting a Richard Comey. That's just what it is.
I agree.
KP from KC says Lopez team scouted the hell out of Comey and landed the shot Easter landed. Yeah, we seen Easter hurt him. So KP from KC5 says Easter can't beat Loma or Lopez. And then he said Comey made the same mistake he made in other fights. Yeah, like they know Comey is gonna leave himself open, and that's just what it is. So I'm not gonna take him knocking out Richard Comey and put him on that fucking pedestal and say that, oh, now he's gonna fuck up Lomachenko, because a lot of people saying that he's gonna fuck up Lomachenko. And to me, all I see is him having a puncher's chance of knocking out Lomachenko, but good luck on that. Good luck with that.
I ain't see no fear in Lomachenko eyes after that fight neither.
Huh?
I ain't see no fear in Lomachenko eyes after he knocked out Comey. Loma looked and said, he ain't gonna land that shit on me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
finna get ready to jump off so I can eat this food.
Yeah, I'm finna get ready to jump off too. Like I said, but everybody, like I said, once again, before I end this, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Everything Boxing. Hit the bell icon so you get all of the notifications. Hit my like button, and make sure, if you not already subscribed to my man Money Brown TV, and that's MONNIE. Okay, Money Brown TV on YouTube. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel also. He brings you all the hot latest interviews in boxing. And like I said, come fuck with us. Hit my like before you go out the building. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Before we go, you got anything you want to say? Money?
Y'all just stay safe out there, man. Stay corona free. And y'all follow me on Instagram as well at Monty_the right. I do great work over there as well, man. Appreciate y'all for riding with me and Keon, man. Whether y'all agree or disagree, as long as you come in with facts, it's all fair game, man. Don't be a sucker. Don't be a troll. Coming with information that you ain't got no facts on, or you gonna get your ass chewed up. Straight like that. Shout out to Ashley Corner. What's up, babes?
Yeah, and shout out, like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And you already know how I do. There he go talking that boxing again. And I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. And anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. I appreciate y'all. Check me out next time. I'm out.